Right. This is mostly for the playback because there's no way anyone's awake right now. It's way too late. But I came from an immensely frustrating conversation over at Radical Latinos channel where one of the people see there's a sector of people, you know what, let me get up for this. I was laying down to try to do this, but I may need to get up and address, be professional. You know what I mean? So let's do this. In cosplay and geekdom in general, I tend to think that we've progressed in the geekdom community, in the nerddom community, that we've progressed way past the need to identify as this or that, and that we've moved beyond race. But it seems to me that some people, and it hasn't been my experience, but some people have experienced an amazing amount of racism in nerddom and geekdom, and I'd like to address that today on the Brotep Show.
You, turn around.
You prefer the view from behind?
No, well, yes. You know I can't lie.
Again, I want to clarify that the experiences that I'm about to reference, they're not my experiences. The geek community, which is by and large white, has completely embraced me and made me one of their own. And I've never experienced not even an iota of racism in it. But I can't take my experience, my anecdotal experience, and then expand it as to, okay, this is how the things are. I can't do that. I'm taking the lived experiences or the voiced lived experiences of other geeks, and I'm seeing if there's something there, something worth dissecting. Let me actually I want to actually send some of the links out to people so that maybe they want to come in. But especially in cosplay, let me get back to this really quickly. Especially in cosplay, I've heard, and there are many layers to this. This is very funny. Okay, there's many layers to this because while we're talking about cosplay, let me get this image up on here. Hopefully it comes up. I don't know. There we go. Mm, damn, that female Captain America though. Now that truly is America's ass. So in the cosplay community, it's been said that black cosplayers experience life a little differently than white cosplayers. I will say that in one of my overtures out to my adventures, one of my adventures out to Comic Con NY, I did come upon an instance of, I would say racist. Yeah, I'd say that was racist. People love cosplaying as Deadpool. They love it, and they love cosplaying as you know, people like Spider-Man or Miles Morales, right? So and they love cosplaying as Sam Jackson's Nick Fury. I was on the train in New York going to I came from the bus from out of town, then I took a train to uh, uh Jacob Javits Center so I can go, to Comic Con. And police and here's the weird thing about it, right? Here's a weird thing. The cops know the deal. This is the year. This is the time of year when the nerds come out. And you've seen all the costumes. Most of you are fans yourself. You're undercover nerds and you're fronting like you're not nerds. So if you see a black guy with a shaved head, an eye patch, and a gun holster, you know what the hell he's doing. You know what the hell he's doing. But what I had experienced on that train was not racist towards me because I came there with my portfolio in order to get freelance jobs, right? For my logo designs and for pinups, like drawing pinups. And what I had witnessed was, yeah, you know what? The black people were getting stopped so that they can check the weapons that they had in their holsters. The white Nick Furies didn't experience the same thing, and the white Deadpools, right? If you have your mask off so you can drink a soda or something like that. Yeah, there were a bunch of white boys dressed as Deadpool, guns all over the place, all kinds of gun straps, the shoulder straps, under the arm straps, freaking leg straps, calf straps with tiny little derringers. They didn't get stopped, you know. The black Deadpool players, yeah. Hey, player, let me see the orange tip of that gun. They needed to see the orange tip of the pistols, right? And to see the plastic sheen off those guns. And you know, that I did witness. It didn't happen to me. Like I said, I've never experienced racism personally in the geekdom community or even the periphery of it. So while I was on the train, you know, white geeks didn't do anything to me. And since I didn't dress up as any cosplay, I didn't cosplay as any characters. I didn't experience that as well. So it's not to say that that is not experienced by other people, because obviously, here's a thing here. Here's a video.
Community, and then there's black cosplayers. We've had tons of issues in real life and online where people will say, oh, you can't cosplay that character because your skin's too dark or it's not canon, when in reality it's racist and it's not okay to say stuff like that. I can cosplay whoever I want regardless of skin tone.
It's kind of difficult when you want to express yourself and have fun and be a part of your craft. You're dealing with harsh criticisms over something that you're very passionate about. Just because my skin tone doesn't match correctly doesn't mean that I'm not embodying the character.
I get haters all the time. That's just something that a lot of POC cosplayers deal with, and I think it's 2018 and that shouldn't be an issue anymore.
People are told that they can't cosplay a particular character because they don't look like the character. Because these are fictional characters. At the end of the day, you should be allowed to cosplay whoever you want.
I don't always stick to characters that have my complexion because that doesn't matter. Who I am outside of my costume doesn't have a hold on who I want to be for that day. And each character represents something about me or something that I wish I could have exuded about me. Today, I'm Dazzler. She is Caucasian, she is blonde, but I love the character and I feel that she speaks volumes for me. Plus, she looks fabulous. So yeah, I'm gonna cosplay her, obviously. Black Cosplayer Here hashtag was started by Clueless Mel on Twitter. She started it because people were saying, oh, we can't support a community that's not here. So she basically created it and said, yo, if you're a black cosplayer, use this hashtag and prove these people wrong.
Through the hashtag, you can see that we are here, we are cosplaying, we are talented, we're not scarce. To be able
Now, I have several opinions about this. The first opinion I have about it is it's a trick bag. You're reinforcing segregation. So now you're making websites and all these different functions only for black cosplayers. What happens if a white cosplayer wants to come over? Right? We're all supposed to be geeks. All of us, nerds, geeks, right? We're all supposed to be that. But now you're going to segregate yourself. Then you're going to complain, oh, we're separated. Why do they keep us out of mainstream cosplay society? Well, you did it. You did it. I mean, it's very funny. It's very funny. But the other opinion I have about that is the second opinion. I have three opinions about it. Second opinion is I haven't seen that many people tell black people they can't cosplay as something. And we have to stop taking the words of trolls as gospel. So you have one damn troll saying, "Well, you can't really play as Ryu, man. You know, you got dreadlocks. I mean, you swole. I love the upper body development. You swole as fuck, but you know what I'm saying? Ryu ain't black, player." That's one troll. You trying to be Ken with that red gi, man? You can't be Ken. That's one guy. That's one moron. Let it fly. Just let it glide off your shoulders. You know what I'm saying? The third opinion I have about it is it's the other way around. It's the other way around. Black people can cosplay as anything they want. Anything. Like the brother here who's cosplaying as Doctor Strange. Great looking Doctor Strange, by the way. But I'm wondering why he didn't go as Doctor Voodoo. Because that would be a more race appropriate, I guess, cosplay to do. Because Brother Voodoo's Haitian. Oh wait, my bad. The community that I'm keeping off this fucking platform, you know, according to them, if the person's Haitian, they're not black. Fuck out of here. But you know, it'd be more a more race appropriate thing if he was Doctor Voodoo. That he would be perfect. But great Doctor Strange. So he can play Doctor Strange even though he's black. Uh, Shorty here with America's ass, she could be Captain America even though she's black. The other girl here, I believe she's black. I don't know if she probably identifies as black. I don't know, but she can be Psylocke. Psylocke is white and Asian, and then this guy here, I think he's Spider Man. Peter Parker, Spider Man too. I don't even think that he's Miles Morales. We can play cosplay anybody, but can you imagine somebody takes off that Black Panther helmet and look like Justin Bieber? Yeah, we're gonna have a problem, right? We will have a problem. So it's the other way around. It's white people who cannot cosplay as every character. The way society is structured today. That's how that is. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I don't want to take the lived experiences of black cosplayers in vain. Let me see here. I had started, give me a second, let me actually open up the screen so I can show something. All right. We have people coming in. Just tired. What's going on, Just tired? Give me a minute. Let me actually read this out loud for the people. Oh, that's a good idea that you came in because I almost forgot to. Hey, what's going on? Hold on. I almost forgot to do my. It's reading time with your Negro, Brotep. All right, I'm gonna read the the lived experience of some black cosplayers. I'm not sure. I haven't read this before the stream, so I'm not sure if it will echo the issues that I brought up. But it seemed very complainy, so I'm pretty sure some of that stuff's gonna show up there. Okay, so because I had opened it up just to get this image, I looked it up on Google, and I got that. Then when I read the title, I'm like, oh, this is exactly what I'm looking for. Let me start the stream. So here at Cosplay Central, we provide a Here at Cosplay Central, we provide a place. I almost said palace. It's been a long day. We provide a place for our community to share their cosplays, tips, and tutorials. We also furnish a platform for people who share their stories and their experiences through cosplays. Just as much as our favorite characters have their own stories, so do these individuals. We interviewed some. Come on, guys. We've interviewed. Come on, man. We interviewed some incredible Black cosplayers on why they started cosplaying, what cosplay is like from their perspective, and what changes they'd like to see in the cosplay community. Many spoke of the negativity they receive sometimes from the community, but also from feeling feeling of empowerment coming from dressing up as their favorite characters. Here are their stories for the change that is needed in the cosplay community. Why are you using the my OCD's killing me? Why are you using community this many times? You see this? This is very poor writing. All right, cosplay Nay. Let me see this. So this is the cosplayer. Cosplay Nay is New York City's Frozone and real life Spider-Man. He's also an ambassador for RPC Studio and social media influencer. Even though this is them speaking, them. I don't know. I don't want to assume their gender. Even though cosplay is all fun and games, photo shoots, video shoots, short films, and more, there will come a time when every Black cosplayer will encounter some form of negativity within the community. At times, it is hard being a POC cosplayer because sometimes people won't accept you or the character you decide to cosplay because you're Black. For example, there are people that will look down on a POC cosplay because the fictional character is not Black, and other times they will only recommend a specific character for you to cosplay because they're Black, forgetting the most important part of cosplay is that cosplay is for everyone. POC cosplayers should not limit their range of cosplay. Jesus Christ, how many times? He's gonna use the same. Give me a second here. Let me see if I can.
He's probably a beginner. Don't blame
A
him.
beginner writer. I hope so. If this is seasoned writing, we're in deep trouble. Hold on. Forgetting that the most important part of the craft, instead of cosplay, the most important part of the craft is that our vocation or our hobby, right? Instead of cosplay here, our hobby is for everyone. POC cosplayers should not limit their range of talents instead of cosplay to only Black characters, or instead of talents, their range of portrayals to only Black characters, which brings me to accuracy. So many people are hung up on accuracy. Holy mother, which brings me to accuracy. So many people are hung up on, instead of accuracy, verisimilitude, to the point where they don't understand that Black facing is offensive. In short, don't do it. This is what I was talking about at the beginning of this, where it's one way. See, we can, as Black people, can cosplay as anybody, and they have to accept us. Remember, if we go back to this poorly written article here, where they said that, okay, we have to be accepted. But when we come down here, they start putting these caveats and limits. So many people are hung up on accuracy to the point where they don't understand that Black facing is offensive. In short, don't do it. So when you have something like the Hulk, right? So if it's the Hulk, a guy spends 28 7 hours in the gym. You're getting swole as fuck. And then,
Even if you
slaps
don't
on
even
some
do
dude.
that much,
Mhm.
even if you don't do
Yeah,
that much, you just show up in some green face
and
paint
some
or
green
some
paint, right?
or whatever. It's just like you still have like a somewhat costume on. It's just a costume. It's just a
Hmm.
cosplay. Anybody can do that.
Yeah.
Anybody should be able to do that. It shouldn't be constrained to any one
Hmm.
type of people, any one type of
Yeah, exactly. Now the thing is that's what I'm saying with the
but
complaining that's
there
going on here.
that's
They're
the
not the
thing.
victims of this. Not saying. I
Black
mean,
people
we're
always
talking
want to
about
frame.
geekdom.
They always want to frame one way about
Yeah.
how it's being portrayed here. Because mind you, I have not met anybody in person. I've only like spoken to a few people here and there along Twitter, along like Facebook and whatever. But it's just like
Yeah,
Black Superman.
yeah.
But it's just we see constantly like a good amount of people like all across the community in both the geek community and the nerd community, all of these communities here, and they all literally say the same thing. Black people need to be accepted.
Is
Okay,
weak because
okay.
I can barely hear you. You probably can hear me, but I can't. I can barely hear you.
I might have my mic on a little low. Either that, I'm not speaking loud enough today.
At this point, I can't hear you at all. Let me check to see if I'm still connected. Yeah, I'm still connected. So I don't know what's wrong.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Now I hear you. Now I hear you. Can you hear me?
Maybe I'm just not speaking loud enough.
No,
I
no, I
don't
can
know.
hear you now. I can hear you now. Go ahead.
I don't know.
The last thing I heard you say was Black Superman. So go ahead.
It's just I don't understand the I mean I can understand the frustration when it comes down to a lot of people constantly saying it. It's just like we know what the characters look like, and
Hmm.
I've been guilty of this myself, constantly saying like one way or another. Because let me go back a little bit, because I was among the
Damn,
initial
shorty.
crowd when they announced who was gonna play Starfire in the upcoming Titans TV show.
Hmm.
And I was amongst the crowd of people. I don't know too much about this. I mean, I'm not gonna be the one who ever like goes and attacks the woman or attacks the producer or the film production team. I'm not gonna do that. I mean, I got
Yeah.
better stuff to do in my time. But it's just I I understand that you feel a certain way about how the character looks, how the character is supposed to be portrayed, and I get that. But it's just like it's whatever at the end of the day, and it's whatever what the person actually feels about the character that matters. That's the only thing
Hmm.
that really matters. What the person who's actually in that costume feels about that character, which is why they actually dressed up in the first place.
Yes,
That's the only thing that really matters.
that's true. Very true. I mean, look at this Black Mario here. It's pretty cool. Brother Swole, you know what I mean? Probably
Super
got the gut
Skull
too.
Mario.
Super Swole Mario. I think if you turn around, you'd see he probably got the Mario belly too. Got a little bit of Palumboism going on. You know what I mean? But yeah, the let me see. This is I think from was it from
Plum Shigo.
I don't know who that Plumshy Plumshy who I don't know who that is. Maybe it's
Shigo
from
from
Steven
Impossible.
Universe, right? Oh, I thought it was from Steven Universe or something.
Nah.
Okay. Oh, okay. Who else here? Shorty. Damn, Shorty. She identifies as black, I guess. But obviously she's got a lot more going on there. Which
She
comes
might be
to
making fun.
yeah, which
Hey, I seen this dude before.
let me see.
Yeah, I seen
This
that
guy
dude
here.
before.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of these cosplayers are prolific. They go through a lot of cons, man. Yeah, a lot of conventions and for me, I think they should monetize their stuff. Some of them do, but companies come after them sometimes for copyright.
I mean,
But
there's
you know,
there's a there's a lim there's a limit to how much you can really like monetize certain things, because
yeah,
after a while, it really does take away from it. Because then most people only do it for just like doing it for either the thrill or just for the sake of actually promoting their character or promoting like some appreciation for a character. And then there's the people who do it because it's their livelihood. I mean, it kind of gets in the way at times.
yep, that's true. And the hold on, all aboard is here. Terrell is here. Yeah, I mean it's only like three of us, so this is mostly for the playback.
Eh,
But yeah, it's mostly for the play. Look, man, look what time it is. everyone's
Hey, I
gone.
don't I don't think nobody's gonna be coming in like this late night.
Yeah, everyone's sleeping.
And
But
I just finished up half my stuff as is.
yeah, but how the stuff you're working on?
Yeah.
Cool, cool, cool. Yeah, so basically this is for the playback, but there was a very frustrating conversation that went on. Tank Ferret's awake? How the fuck?
We're doing.
What up, Tank? How the
Oh
hell
man,
is this dude awake?
I actually just finished lunch. See, I work on a nighttime
Oh, you're on a
schedule.
different time zone. Okay, okay, okay.
No, I actually I have an inside out time schedule. I
Mm,
take care of the kids in the morning, and that's kind of like the end of my day. And then the
okay.
wife, she takes care of the kids for the rest of the day, and she just took some she just took some time and actually just came in and told me that she made me some dinner. What
Okay.
a
Aw.
wonderful person. I love my wife so much. I swear, sometimes I might just pass out, be dead from not eating and working too much if it weren't for her. Sometimes.
Okay, see, now we have
You're
a
lucky
problem
man.
because according to the stereotype, you being a comic book geek and being part of Comicsgate, it means that you hate women. And that sounded
Either
like
that
a
or
woman to
you
me.
or you're a forever virgin.
Oh, you're
I
forever virgin. All right.
yeah. Well,
That sounded like a woman to me. So
uh,
I think we got some explaining to do.
I mean, I'm also Irish and I'm not a fan of potatoes, so I'm just smashing stereotypes.
Right? Oh yeah, you're Irish and you're not a fan of potatoes.
That's right.
Hey, there you go. Break the mold.
Uh, and I don't drink either,
But
really.
yeah. But let me
So,
ask you something,
damn,
Tank.
I'm just yeah. What's up, brother?
Let me ask you something. Have you been around many cosplayers? Have you done the convention circuits like gone to Comic
Hmm.
Con,
Oh yeah.
NY Comic Con, San Diego Comic Con, Chicago Comic Con, these sorts of places?
Yes, sir.
And do you see like rampant racism?
No,
Hey, get out of here, Blackie. We don't need ourselves no Black Ryu and Ken here. You see anything like
I've
that?
never. Okay, I can't say that I've never seen that. I have seen
Yeah.
some people be dicks about that, like, say you can't be X because I've seen more of it come towards people with melanin deficiencies than I have
Oh,
to people who are
yeah.
who
Yeah,
have.
that's what I was saying before, actually. But good.
But I've only like I'm thinking back, man, because I've been going to conventions for years and years and years, for decades, right?
Mhm.
And yeah, I can't think of a single time when somebody ever said like a comment like that and they weren't immediately just like verbally dogpiled by
By everyone, yeah. Hmm.
everybody within earshot. I mean,
Yep.
dude, I was one of the OG
Lucky if they
fans of
don't get launched out the convention.
I was one of the OG fans of Manfei. Manfei is the dude. He does a lot of Southern California conventions and whatnot, and he dresses up like Faye Valentine from Cowboy Bebop.
Oh, okay.
He's the original Manfei, and that's the cosplay Manfei. It's him. He's a little bit hairy, and he's wearing the booty shorts and the suspenders and everything, like for real.
Okay.
and nobody, and everybody's lining up to take pictures with him.
Yeah.
People love to see fandom expressed.
Yes. Absolutely.
And I always thought that cosplayers, I know a lot of comic creators and whatnot like that. They don't like cosplay. They're like, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, well, cosplay is an expression of fan art.
Yeah.
It's
Pretty
walking
much.
advertisement.
Yeah.
Why are you going to be knocking walking advertisement?
Yep. Well, here's the thing. Like we know that the companies don't knock them. The companies they're happy. I mean, that's stuff they would have had to pay for to have
Mhm.
happen anyway. Zenoscope when they first started, like the few years when they first started, like maybe back in 2009, 2010, when I first
Mhm.
heard of them, I went to the cons. Everyone else had people like the Street Fighter people over at Udon. They had
Uh-huh.
like all kinds of Cammies and Charlottes and Chun Li's walking around, with the boobs out and whatever.
That's
And
right.
You
shout
should
out to
see some of
the boob windows.
you should see some of the cosplay that was done for what was it? What was that thing called? It's one of those fighting games.
Oh, like
Guilty Gear.
Rumble Roses. Oh, Guilty Gear. Because you said old fighting games. I thought it was like old.
No, I
But
didn't
here,
say old. I said it's
okay,
one of those fighting games.
okay. Because here's the thing. Those things were free, and they hung around the Udon and the Capcom booths. They hung around the Udon booths and the Capcom. The Udon are the artists who they received the license to do Capcom comics, and the Capcom, had their games and all that stuff. So
Hmm.
those characters they hung around those booths, and it only helped.
Yeah.
People follow Cammy, and Cammy's right there at the booth where the new game is there, and they get to purchase the games and posters and all these different things. But Zenoscope, they were just getting started. They didn't have anybody who are fans of their work yet, so they had to pay booth
Yep.
girls, aka cosplayers, to come
Yeah.
and approach my gullible ass. Some girl that came up dressed as Cinderella, and the other one was dressed as, I don't know, Robin Hood, or one of these a female Robin Hood, obviously. you know
Hmm.
and they were like, hey, follow me. I'm like, yeah, okay, of course. Fucking cool. Yeah, follow you. Follow him back to the booth where I bought a bunch of Zenoscope comics. So that's stuff that companies would have to pay for. And so I don't see it's the companies that are saying, no, you can't cosplay as. No. There's a hot, smoking hot black
Half,
Chun-Li out there. They'll let them cosplay.
half the time, it's only just like the super elitist, crazed fans that are actually the ones who would do stuff like that.
Yeah.
I mean,
And
Yeah, for
yeah,
real.
yeah, pretty much. But again, I don't want to say someone else's lived experience is wrong, because again, while I didn't experience it, I did witness a few occurrences. And the funny thing is, it's not from the geekdom community that the experience came from. It
Yeah.
was from outside of it. So I was on the train, and all the black people who were dressed as Nick Fury and fucking Domino, or any character with guns, these fucking cops demanded to see the orange tips of the pistol. Often, like, without any irony, with no sense of self awareness and irony, they're sitting right next to a white Nick Fury and a white Domino and a white Deadpool, and not asking them a goddamn thing about the guns that they have in those holsters.
Well, that comes from their training and police. I mean, I
Hmm.
don't have a very high opinion of most police organizations. I'm
Hmm.
not against the police. I'm not for that blanket defunding or any
It'd
of
be
that
fun, no.
nonsense. I'm for the demilitarization of the police,
Yeah.
absolutely. But one thing that really needs to happen is FEMA. Now, I don't know if y'all have seen the leaked FEMA briefings.
No.
FEMA goes around briefing emergency responders, telling them to be afraid of everybody. And you know what they do? They spread racism doing that. FEMA does.
Mm.
They encourage, what do you call it?
Segregation?
No, it's the
discrimination.
profiling.
Profiling, okay.
Right. So
Racial profiling, yeah.
now, me personally, as an artist, I wear a lot of black. Why? Because I got ink, and ink gets on any of my other clothes, it's
Mhm.
going to show up. But if I get ink on my black clothes, that's fine.
Yeah.
And so,
Listen to the choir, baby.
and I
Yeah.
go walking around in a black hoodie late at night because I do often work in upside down schedule, because I can catch the
Yeah.
late shows, I can catch the morning shows, and I sleep while everyone else is working, and then I work the rest of the time. So I go for a walk in my black hoodie. It didn't matter what kind of hoodie it was. Didn't matter if it had any kind of artwork on it or nothing. The police would stop me and harass me and search me
Wow.
and detain me. And it's like, motherfucker, I am over 30 years old. I am a United States Army veteran in good standing. I have no criminal record.
Hmm.
I'm not that I haven't been arrested. Hey,
Yeah.
one time I had to empty out my life savings to get a lawyer. Because it was
Jesus.
some bullshit. Because it was some Glendale Police Department bullshit. Glendale Police Department. If you look like you are worth less than $50,000 a year, they will harass you.
Jesus Christ.
It doesn't matter your skin color.
I'm glad I wear suits every day.
Right? If you look like you're worth more than, say, $200,000 a year, and you are melanated, they will harass you. Unless it looks like you're worth more than $500,000 a year. A buddy of mine, a few friends of mine, we did this. We looked into this stuff, man. We talked to police officers and in Glendale specifically, Glendale, California, which is, it's like the cops there are some of the worst. Like LAPD, yeah, they got their motto: they treat you like a king. And it's true. I've missed. I remember I was dirt poor, so all I had was raggedy clothes. I was going to college. You know, I'm struggling to make ends meet. I'm running to the bus stop, like rushing to the bus stop. I got my last cigarette, and at this time I'm not good at rolling cigarettes. I didn't have $1 to use it for like a little rolling machine, right? So I had to hand roll this, and I wasn't good at it at the time. So this thing looked crooked and messed up. It looked like a left-handed cigarette, if you're catching my drift. And it wasn't a left-handed cigarette. I didn't do the left-handed cigarette thing. And I went, and I was on my way to the bus stop, and the cop stops me because I look like white trash, and I'm in an area where there's a lot of white trash.
Oh, wow.
And the police, this is LAPD Foothill Division, the same, and this is why I said, you know, they treat you like a king. That's the same division that beat Rodney King.
Yeah.
These guys are second worst out of all of Los Angeles.
Jesus.
The worst is Rampart. That covers Beverly Hills, but a lot of people don't understand that Rampart also covers all those, Inglewood, Westwood, and other areas like there. You know, when I come to your town, bow down. When I'm Westwood bound, bow down. Yeah, no, that type of neighborhood that incorporates that. And that representative, there was a Republican, a dude running against her, and she, you know, you got to live in the district, right? She lives in the rich side of that district. The incumbent, the Democrat. I'm not Democrat or Republican. Let me just put that disclaimer out there. So Earl Weber, I think that's his name, Earl Weber. I like this guy. I've had a chance to like talk to him on some of the stuff, and I mostly agree with what he's doing. I was like, dang, I wish I lived in your district. I would have voted for you. Now he lives in the poor part of the district. He is a self-made man. He is a businessman. He is not hard on his luck, but he lives in that nasty neighborhood because he wants to bring it up. Okay. He wants to raise the floor, and he's dedicated. Before he even ran for, before he even considered running for office or nothing, anything like that, you know, that's where he grew up. You know, and he doesn't, and I dig it. You know,
yeah,
I wouldn't want my neighborhood to be messed up either.
Yeah,
but you know, we run across this, and it's meant. All it is it's meant to keep the people who are down, keep them down. Do not let them get ahead. You know, if you're in charge, and it goes back to this whole aristocracy thing. You know, if you're in charge and you start letting those peasants get uppity, they're going to come to your castle with torches and pitchforks. But if you keep them placated and let them think that thine Lord is good and benevolent, and so gracious as to let you eat, your meager table scrapping. And you've tricked people into thinking that way. And you go, look, this person's in charge and that person in charge, and they're the same demographic that you are. So therefore, how could they be doing you wrong? Right. That's what goes on here in Los Angeles County. Maxine Waters, there was a dude running against her. Unfortunately, he's not much of a politician. He's a great leader. And he's a charismatic dude, and he is a community builder, but he's not a politician. He never stood a chance against Maxine Waters. She's a part of the establishment. She's crooked. She takes paybacks. She's bought and paid for.
She actually has a good old mansion in a different district outside of her own like community.
Yeah.
I can't stand politicians. I'll tell you that for free.
For real.
This is what we should be doing to them. That's what we should be doing to all these politicians. Yep. Walk them out there, dump them in the trash. The no good comes from them.
No, it's true.
Yeah, like, wow. Always lying. And when they tell the truth, it's not some truth you want to hear because they're forced to admit how they're about to fuck you over. So no good comes from them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, we need people. And unfortunately, people like we don't have the resources to compete against these government funded political parties.
Mm.
You know, the big two. They keep us divided. They always find something new for us to fight over. And we as a people, as a whole, are more than willing to take that bait because we're upset. We're not doing good.
Yeah.
Like the average American is not doing well. They're playing funky math. Like I think they're using Common Core to figure out, where everything stands as far as like where money is, where money's going. And you go look at these neighborhoods. Now, when I was 17, I worked with the World Literacy Crusade. I graduated high school when I was 14. So I went, and when I was 17, I was like, you know what? I should do something good. I should contribute to society as a whole. So I went and did the World Literacy Crusade. They sent me down to South Central Los Angeles, and here I am. And it's not like you get a lot of gangsters. And I use that term specifically, not gangster, gangsters, right? These hard, stone,
dude. Oh, yo,
like give you chills, and when that moment comes where this is a true story. The dude looked at me. After he wrote his name, his real name, his given name. And he looked at me and he said, I just wrote my real name for the first time in my life. And dude, it's going to be a little rough on me trying to convey this because it's a bit emotional. But so if I choke up, y'all's gay, not me. But he looks at me. This guy's got the blue flag flying out his back pocket with the one pant leg pulled up, even though he ain't riding a bicycle. And he looks at me and he starts to cry. And at that moment, just from all I didn't even teach him letters or nothing, and none of that shit. We sat down with a dictionary and we got through the small words or and of the on the demon words that got like 30 definitions apiece. The words that trip you up. And we just got done with that, and he just like all of a sudden it clicked in his mind. It just clicked, and all of a sudden he's right, and he cries and he picks me up. Like this guy, big dude. I'm a little white boy, man. And then his big brother comes over and just like from across the table. I mean, this dude moved quick. And I was a martial artist, so I was faster, but I knew it was. I was like, all right, he's not gonna attack me. This dude's obviously happy. He picks me up, hugging me, and he's fucking crying. And that weekend I was hanging out at a barbecue in the hood and that was like the first time since I was a kid that I had gone to a barbecue in the hood because I always dress nice, and so people they have this conception that because I was pasty and I dress nice. I must have money. It's like, dude, no, I just know how to shop at Goodwill. Right? I know which Goodwill to go to where they still have the tags on that stuff. So it is brand new clothes for bargain basement prices. To this day, I don't buy brand new clothes, but except for when I'm like maybe back in somebody's campaign and they got a T-shirt or a hat or something like it. But I get my clothes from the thrift store. Except for shoes. Shoes you got to buy those. You can't buy buying other people's nasty feet. But I don't care. I don't care how much you spray that shit.
Athlete's foot, homie.
is nasty.
At least put
You don't know
put some
who
foot
got foot
fungus.
fungus.
Yeah, you don't want
But
that.
so when I started dressing like that, yeah, doors didn't open for me. Like, contrary to popular belief, it wasn't like, oh, magically, here, you're hired, white guy. Ho ho! Hey, want some mayonnaise? And I look at them
Yeah, I
and
like
go,
mayonnaise.
I'm like, hey, yeah.
I know.
I look at him and go, hey, that's racist. It's more of a Polynesian thing. Uh, I yet to meet the Polynesian dude who did not like. Oh wait, no, I take that back. I knew one Polynesian dude who did not like mayonnaise, and this dude was skinny,
Oh, okay.
as thin as a rail, smallest Samoan I ever met.
That's a contradiction in terms.
Right? It's like a jumbo shrimp,
Yeah, yeah, there you go.
small Samoan.
Small Samoan.
Oxymoron.
Yeah, but yeah, I think the stuff that divides us is it takes a lot. People want to get together.
It's true.
You, look, one thing I've noticed, having been privy to a lot of get-togethers and a lot of people, I've seen. I don't even know how to put this. If you put 10 or 15 people together in a room, inevitably you come back. Those people are chopping it up, ah, ha, 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 laughing
Hmm.
and whatever. But if you put artificial divisive stuff in there, like you have like a plant in there or agent, sowing the well, all these blacks over there, da 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 da, then you're gonna have a problem. But normally speaking, generally speaking, normally people just want to get together, no
Yeah,
matter, yeah.
people want to
And they're
unite.
curious. They want to unite. They get curious. You're
Yeah.
different, but like, hey, what's that you're wearing? What's that tattoo about? Hey, I like that piece of jewelry. What's the history behind that? They questions.
Hmm.
You know? Yeah, man.
For
A
real.
white guy came from Ohio. I mean, rest in peace to that brother, but he's gone. He left this plane. You know what I'm saying? But uh, while he was here, probably one of my best friends. Period. When he came from Ohio, he came from a really bad place where him and his family had to basically play musical chairs to see who gets to eat. Right. So if you're left without a chair or however that game is played,
Uh-huh.
you got to go outside and fend for yourself. Whether that's kill squirrels, look for acorns, and yank roots out of the ground. You got to go out there and see what you can do.
Yeah.
And the rest of the family sits down with whatever meagers they have. Whether it's a can of sardines, they got to split 8 ways, and like 3 boxes of those bargain spaghettis you get at Walmart. Right.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Super. When you say dirt poor, that's who you
Yeah.
mean. You know,
Yeah.
and
Growing
well,
up, growing up, like I was a part of that. I was a part of that crowd that had the sugar water with the food coloring because it was cheaper than Kool-Aid.
mm,
You know,
wow,
that my parents both worked 2 jobs to make ends meet, and they made sure that my sister and I we didn't grow up in a ghetto, that we grew up in at least a poor suburb.
mm.
Um,
Man, don't sleep on those poor suburbs. Shit is
no,
hard out there.
oh, it is. It got nasty, dude. I
Mm,
can't tell you, dude. I have had my bike stolen from my backyard while it was locked up
mm.
in the middle of the night. You didn't leave
Yes,
anything
sir.
of value outside. Not in the front yard, not in the backyard, not in your car, nothing. Um,
Yep.
I remember coming out one morning and we're supposed to get ready for school. My mom's going to go drive us over to the BART station, so my sister and I we can commute for an hour and a half to get to our school. Uh,
Mm,
this was the cheapest private school in the whole of the San Francisco Bay Area, and my parents were determined that we weren't going to go to the local high school because
yeah.
it was trouble. We weren't going to go
Mm,
to the local school because it was trouble. And that's good parents, though. They want to keep your kids out of trouble, want your kids to do better than you did.
absolutely.
You know, and I remember going outside one morning and supposed to go to the car. It's like it's not there.
Jesus.
And I'm like, Mom, did you park the car somewhere else? And she's like, no, just get in the car. And I'm like, well, the car's not there. And she thought I was messing
Mhm.
with her because I'm always a bit of a clown.
Yeah.
But and I'm like, no, for real though, it's not here. And she comes outside, car gone. Not there. I mean, dude, this is an old Chevy Nova. This is a piece of shit. Nobody wants to steal a
Oh, no.
Chevy Nova, but they did.
Yeah, they'll do it. Yeah.
You know. Besides, all the best arcades are where there's a distinct lack of money. I'm just gonna say that because if those machines don't work, they're never working again. I'm just saying. Like if that screen ain't polished,
Mm,
it's gonna be tagged later that day.
yep.
Somebody gonna get a key and carve it right into the glass.
Yeah, man.
And
Yeah.
it's a crazy world out there, and we just have to find something in common to unite us. Something to
Yes, sir.
like nerddom unites, and it always has. And these SJW come in, these wokey pukes come in saying
Mhm.
it's super divisive, it's super racist, and I'm like, dude, like I have lived in some redneck areas, and I have never seen what they describe.
Yeah.
And I think what it was somebody didn't like them
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
they're an insufferable
Yeah.
prick.
Yeah. And then they apply that with a broad brush over everybody else, and they call it something very specific. They call it make the personal political, and
Yeah,
it's a Marxist feminist ideal.
yeah.
It's all
Yeah,
part of intersectionality as well.
yeah, and yeah. Mhm. The
It makes me want to post that gif of the little kid screaming, "That's racist." I love that kid. That kid's my spirit animal right there.
one of the reasons why I'm posting these things here is to show. I had a very frustrating conversation over on Radical Latinos channel with somebody who it's the most rabid racists right now, anti-black racists, like keep calling black people monkeys and niggers. In my experience, it's not even white people. I haven't seen it. That's not I don't have that footage to show. I don't.
Well,
But
I mean, as
it's
much as
usually
anybody
those
ever wants
people.
to say that it exists, we live in an era where basically anybody has a way to report news daily.
Mhm.
They can record
mhm.
things on their phone daily, and not once have I ever seen a single video, a single upload of a person ever talking in such a racist manner towards another black person in my
No,
entire existence.
no, but no, it exists. It's just not where you think it does.
Yeah. Well,
It's the self-hating ones that end up doing this.
you
It's
know,
it ends
yeah.
up being the half black, half white guy, who speaks Spanish and then says, anyone darker. I had one guy like that on here where he saw my hand. Um, I mean, later I showed him my hand, but he basically assumed because I spoke well and I'm quote unquote educated. Yeah, I have to be a mulatto class because they're the ones, dark skinned people. They can't be educated or intelligent. And it's this guy named Henry. And the thing is, um, those are the people. That's them. Even after I'm like, hey, I showed him something of me drawing, and he's like, no, you're a mulatto with my black ass hand. And when you have someone like that, and his friends who do say stuff like that, like, yeah, we just had 2 streams ago, right? Not this one, and not mine either. It happened today, by the way, where this guy had a black guest on the show, and he said, "I'm gonna let the monkey in a second," and it's one of those guys. It's them. And then when he lets the black guy, and he's like, "Yeah, what's going on?" And it doesn't take more than 30 seconds of conversation for him to call him a nigger, a monkey, and all these sorts of things. And this is not a white guy who's doing this. It's a self-hating black person. He's 15%, by his own admission, he's 16% sub-Saharan African.
So it was
Okay.
his grandparents.
I'm not even sure if it's his grandparents. It wouldn't shock me if one of his parents was at least, half black and that he's lying because the guy actually looks like his phenotype. Granted, you guys have to understand. I mean, not you guys, but those who are listening on the playback, you have to understand that skin color, your skin's an organ. That's one organ.
Yeah.
So the gene expression on that organ may show as a light skinned person, but you may not be what you look like, at least not on the inside. What are the expressions on the other organs? What are they like, right?
Yeah.
So this guy, his skin is light, but he's got phenotypically black nose, phenotypically black lips, all these different things. And oh, Tank Ferret, I didn't realize you were showing something. Give me a second.
Oh, no, no worries, no worries, no worries. This plays into what we're talking about here.
Mike Pondsmith, go ahead.
Do you know who Mike Pondsmith is? He is a god.
2077, my friend. Cyberpunk
Yeah.
2077.
Yeah,
That's
dude.
my dude. And
Mike
they
Pondsmith
came
is
at
one of my favorite futurists, dude. He called all this shit too. He called it.
Cool. I'm not gonna steal your thunder, Gad.
No, go ahead. Keep going.
No. What you want to reveal about Mike Pondsmith, I'm gonna let you do that because I have funny anecdotes, not about him, but what these people tried to do with him. You weaponizing him.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the same thing you're about to show, so I don't want to steal your thunder.
No,
Go
you're
ahead.
good. It all plays together, man.
Mhm.
So I'm
Look
gonna
at
pause
my
this real quick so I can give a little bit.
dude.
This is
Yeah.
from the Mad Queen show. Mad Queen is the biggest cyberpunk fan out there. Like during
Mm.
this interview, I'm just gonna show you just a little bit. So you can get when people before they saw his face, they heard his voice and they assumed he was white. All
Yep,
right. They
I
just
get that a
assumed
lot too for some fucking reason.
I mean, I can go any other type of way.
Any direction.
Yeah, because
right.
when
I
I'm
can see
actually
that with
just
you too.
relaxed, then I can sound a little bit more black. When I'm actually trying to be more formal, then I will talk with all the amount of diction possible. You will never be able to
Exactly.
tell me exactly who I am.
Right. No, I dig it, man. Like Mad Queen, she's awesome. She's great. She's got a wonderful channel over there, and she's the super cyberpunk nerd. Like she schools Pondsmith. She schools Pondsmith on his own lore.
Yeah,
In this interview.
yeah,
It's
fans be like
beautiful.
that, man. A lot of fans are like that. They know your own shit more than you.
But I
Super,
want y'all
super
to
fans. Hmm?
enjoy, sit back, enjoy, turn up the volume, and enjoy some audio silk.
The sound is off.
Is it? I thought
Yeah.
I clicked.
Yeah, you have to click. There's a small window at the bottom.
Yeah,
left.
I
Yeah, you
let me
gotta
try this again
Yeah,
here.
go
It didn't show up last time. That's what happened.
ahead.
Okay, so it just wants me to do that. Okay, then that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do that like this. Okay.
All right.
2077.
There you go. Now it's there.
All right.
Hello.
Hi there, I'm Mike Pondsmith, and traditionally I'm the guy who killed your cyberpunk character. Thanks, Rob.
Right. That's just what I wanted to do. I just want that one line. Mike Pondsmith and I traditionally kill your cyberpunk character. But people, they were going after him hard. The SJWs, they try to cancel him. And then all of a sudden when they find out that he's black, they shut the fuck up.
Yep, they gotta back off.
Yep.
What do you call it? Progressive stack.
Yep.
Progressive stack. Yep.
Well, to add a little fuel to the fire, if he were a political voice, or rather, if he were the wrong political voice, they wouldn't care if he was black.
Like a Thomas Sowell.
Yeah, well, like Thomas Sowell.
Yeah.
Dude, Thomas Sowell's, that guy he's so cool.
I mean,
Like-
he is the absolute, the pinnacle of what we would call a legendary black figure in within our own like government. We actually have a guy up there on the stands, and yet they don't want to talk about him.
Well, I mean,
he doesn't validate
he's-
victimhood.
Well, there's that, but then he's also conservative, so there are positions that they won't agree with as liberals. So there's that. We got to consider those things too. because we have the same kind of like scholarship, but on the left with Miles Bryson or somebody. I mean, not that he can hold a candle to Thomas Sowell in terms of intelligence and scholarship. It's just that he's the opposite on the other side, like an intellectual.
Well,
You know, but they celebrate him. They celebrate Miles Eric Dyson. You know,
Yeah.
like he's showing up on all kinds of shows, man. Like the Bill Maher show and all that. Yeah.
And they only
After
like
remember Bill Maher. Bill Maher
Mhm.
did blackface and then called people the N word and all these different no, with a hard ER too, not the AH, not the
Yeah.
nigga, but nigger said that shit and something else. I'm a field nigger, he said, right? Um, and Miles Eric Dyson, he was recruited, brought in there so that he can say, hey, this guy's cool. So
I
that's
give
what
him an
that's what
N-word
he's
pass.
yeah, an N-word pass, But yeah.
Now he has to watch your show. You go back to that
Uh,
previous episode and go clip it, and print it.
Aria Blackness, hail to you. I don't know who that is.
Dude, Aria Blackness is the creator of Tailless. He is an incredible, awesome dude.
Oh,
I
cool.
told him to come over here, come say hi, come hit
Hell
you up.
yeah.
Aria,
Yeah,
get your ass up here.
yeah.
Get your black ass up here.
If you have things to promote, you can go ahead and do that, and I'll plug it for you, Aria.
I think that
And
he'll bring an interesting spin to this conversation because,
oh, he's black.
yeah, and he's
Okay, cool.
he's from the UK. So
Oh, okay.
it's a different
He's a black Brit.
yeah, and I think he's a black Welsh, which really puts
Oh,
him at
black
the bottom of
Welsh. Okay.
everybody's list. I think I'm not
Mm.
sure. He should come up here and stop me from besmirching his good name. If he is
Daniel
not Welsh.
Valencia. I like mayonnaise for my homemade French fries and ramen noodle soup. Daniel, you're disgusting and we can't be friends. Get off this platform.
Daniel, I half
Mayonnaise on
agree with
French
you.
fries. Uh, Daniel, you and I will need to have a knife fight. What the fuck are you doing with mayonnaise on French fries? What is wrong with you?
You should
guys
see some
gonna
of the people I've met. They put mustard on theirs.
Mustard on French fries. Okay, so there's more people out there I'm gonna have to have a knife fight with to the death.
I sure do like them French fried potatoes and mustard. Tell you what.
Black. I'm not black, guys. I'm white, gothy Welsh. White, gothy Welsh guy. Okay,
Okay.
no, that's fine.
So, all right,
Um,
I was half right. He's
gothy
Welsh, still at the
Welsh.
bottom of the list.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Well,
no,
Welsh is definitely.
in the Celt community, the Irish, the Scots, and the Welsh and
I
stuff.
mean,
Mm.
We
like
always put the
potato
Welsh at the
slices?
bottom. We kind of make fun of them. So
Does he mean like potato slices?
I'm
Like-
sorry. What?
I was just reading this dude comment. Does he mean like potato slices?
Well, I mean, I guess or like wedges and slices. Probably,
Yeah.
unless if he peels them first, then then they're fries. But if he doesn't peel them, Valencia, if you don't peel them, then they're just wedges and potato slices, as my man just said. But if you do peel them, then they're legit French fries. But either
It
way,
also depends if you bake them
mayonnaise
versus
has no
if you
business on
actually
it.
if you fry them.
Yeah, that's another thing because a lot of people saute it and they're like, "Here's some French fries." I tried that with my niece and nephew. They wanted to strangle me. You making me? What the hell? You making us eat? Healthy stuff. Potatoes, not whatever the rubbery thing that you get from McDonald's. But they eventually they made me go out there and buy them the rubbery thing from McDonald's. They would not sit there and eat the healthy French fries.
Hmm.
I was disappointed. Hold on, Tank Ferret says area blackness, but Radical Mother says, real tough. I know who you're talking about. I don't know why black people go on that racist goat face. Yeah, the guy has a goat face. Yeah, he does. He literally has a goat face. He looks like a goat. and he was sitting there and just spreading immense, just an amazing amount of putrid racism, and no one said anything, and people just, I guess people like a mess. Like you could be doing whatever it is, maybe you're on a computer, maybe you're drawing, and you hear the and you gotta look outside the window to see where the crash is about to go, right?
Hmm.
So people, yeah, you got. I didn't hear a crash. Where's the crash? I heard the
Always
peeling of
there
rubber. Where's the crash?
there's always the people out there who would always be either the one who would be instigating the
Hmm.
um the end result, or they would be the ones who would just try to welcome the rest of the people there for the misery.
Mm,
I mean,
yep, very
Yeah.
true.
I want to
when it
just
when,
address. Oh, sorry. Go finish your thought
oh,
because I got something non sequitur about what
I was
Daniel
only going to
said.
say like there's only three type of people who actually would do that. There was the ones who who legitimately hate either themselves or the people, or
Yes.
you have the instigators who just only want to do it because they like trolling, and then
Yep.
there's the third person who just only does it out of spite because they want to get a reaction out of you.
Exactly. Yep. I think you covered you covered who they are, because people think it's a majority of people doing this shit. It's not. It's a thin slice of assholes just doing this whole shit, and then so somebody like this guy calling black people monkeys and apes and gorillas and all these different things that he calls them on his channel, and then they shift that blame over to, well, that's what white people call you. No, 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 no. I've been black a long time. I haven't been called that by nay one white person. That's you. That's you, dog. That's only you and your little band of self-hating, half black, half white, some Indio in there people, you know?
Oh
And
no, the geographic genetic anomalies are getting mixed up. It's the end of the
you
world.
know, and that's the other part of it, coming from the frustrating conversation that I had over, because the guy came in there. There's I never really believed in microaggressions, but these people are starting to make me a believer, because some of the language that they use, right? It's very, very demeaning. Where they would come in there, and they came on Radical Latino show, and this guy was basically, what the hell did he say? Well, this person's not just black. He's got look at him. Look at how his skin's not completely dark, so he must have some white in there. And it's almost like they don't understand how genetics work, and
Right.
also that there's a variety of skin tones in Africa and in Europe and in China. Like, they'll see a Chinese person, they'll be like, obviously that's Chinese, but then they'll see a darker skinned Chinese person. Well, he must be Filipino. No, no, he's Chinese. Different places have a variety of different skin tones.
Oh,
If you
dude.
read a fucking book, maybe you'd find that out. But the dude came in there and he's like, well, he's not just black. And the exception. Sorry about that, guys. I was leaning in back against my horror movie chair there. But with these people, they don't understand when they say something like he's not just black, what they're saying about black people, right? The demeaning language towards them. And they never, ever turn that language over to someone who's white, right? Every European friend I've had who've come here, like especially like upper Europe, like the UK
Hmm.
or Russia, immediately they see an American white person, they know that person's American. They're like, no, you're American.
That's right.
Americans are mixed with that. That landmass. It was the frontier. Everyone was fucking everyone else.
Yep.
Indians were having sex with white Irish.
Yep.
The Irish were having sex with black people that they were working in the slave fields with. The Italians were having sex with the Polish. Everyone was fucking everyone. And so when you have someone like Channing Tatum and George Clooney and Tom Hanks, and they see these white people, when these European people come here from, like, Poland or whatnot, they see Tom Hanks, they're like, yeah, he's American. We have no one. They're like, we have no one over here that looks like this. Yeah, and then when you look it up, yeah, Tom Hanks is what they call a Melungeon. And when I went down that rabbit hole, it's like they're all Melungeons, all of them. Fucking Tom Hanks, Fiona Apple, Ariana Grande, who the fuck else? Big lip white woman. Well, I'm trying to. Her name is Angelina
Naturally?
Jolie. Yeah,
Oh.
Angelina Jolie. All of them, Melungeon. They got Native American, Welsh, Scottish, Irish, Black, German. Everyone was fucking everyone here. It was a big fucking orgy, and of course with violence too. Orgy and violence, right?
Yeah.
But I see.
I
Aria Black, what's
just
going
came
on?
to the conclusion that everybody is
Hey.
a mutt.
How's it going, everyone?
Good.
I
How
was
you
going to say that
doing?
everybody is a mutt. That's
Yeah,
all.
I've
Yeah,
seen.
everyone's a mutt. Everyone's a mutt here.
Are you a mutt?
I'm a little bit of a mutt.
Sassy.
Yeah, I mean, we can see it. We can see it.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, no, I'm not black, guys. The only thing black about me is my wardrobe, my backdrop, my name. Yeah.
Well, what's your makeup, if you don't mind my asking?
I was born in Mexico. I've got a Mexican dad. I'm Mexican. I got a Welsh mother, and I live in Wales now.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. But yeah, it's cool to be here. Tank told me you got a good little channel going on here, and yeah.
Yeah.
Aria's a way cool dude, man. He's part of the CGA bargain bin crew.
Yeah.
With like
Let's
Carmi
get it.
Mark and Charlie's London and so many cool Spencer's Yan and just so many cool people over there.
Yeah, what time is it for you guys? It's got to be late.
Well,
1 in the morning.
over here it's 4. It's going on 4 a.m.
Like I'm only just waking up, and I see Tank tell me to drop in on the live stream. So
Yeah. But, well, the thing is, I like having these streams like this at this particular time, because we never know who might drop in across the world. Because the Geekdom section we got going on here, and the Comics Gates and the Brain Cage and all these different places, they're in a lot of different time zones. Kimosabi is from Australia or New Zealand.
Yeah,
I forget which
Australia.
one. Australia.
He's spoken.
So right there, that's a whole different time zone. And then the guy who did Nancy Boys, I forgot what his name is, but he's over in the UK, I think, like in England or something, or maybe
You mean Mary Boys.
Mary Boys. There you go. I'm sorry, Nancy Boy. I've watched too many videos of Spike. On YouTube, on YouTube there's a video series of Spike just basically ripping into people, calling them all kinds of names like Nancy Boy and punces and puffs and all these different things. It's pretty funny.
Yeah, that's funny. You using British slang like that, like puffs.
Yeah, but no, it's not my. Again, it's not my language. It's from Spike. Yeah, one sec.
Dude, how's Taylor's doing?
Oh man, we hit 50 backers last night. Just as I put out a tweet saying, "Can we get 50 backers before I go to bed?" And literally 2-3 seconds after I checked again, we'd hit 50 backers. Someone had bought the original artwork, and we'd gone up another £100. So I'm
Indiegogo give you a share on this on the screen over here. Give me a sec. Indiegogo. What's it called? Tailless.
The Adventures of Tailless in Outer Space. So this is the first ever comic book I've put out.
All right,
it's great.
While you guys talk, I'm gonna look it up so I can put it on the screen. All right.
You're gonna definitely want to, and you're gonna want to full screen those trailers, man.
The trailers, eh?
They are the best trailers in all the comics right now, dude. I curse Aria. I curse him for raising the bar.
If anyone wants a trailer, hit me up. I'll do my best. I'm
Oh,
not a
oh,
video
cool.
guy. I swear to God, I was flying by the seat of my pants, like making these trailers. But I'm glad people like them now.
Oh, dude,
Okay.
they're really,
Especially because I went on a Press on Acevedo stream before launch, and I had a really.
Oh, you have the
trailer.
link. You have the link. What am I looking for it for? Hold on. Let me. All right, there we go.
Yeah, I'll check the trailer.
All right, take it away. Do you, man? I'm gonna mute up here.
You just let me know if you can hear it.
Ooh, the 90s vibe.
Lurks in the darkest corners of outer space. The fate of the galaxy lies in the balance. But have no fear, adventurer. Introducing the 6-foot-tall, spandex-clad, intergalactic vigilante known as Tailless. Join Tailless, his sidekick Jet, and his fiery love interest Adelaide as they answer the call to defend the galaxy. Does Tailless have what it takes to save the day? Find out in The Adventures of Tailless in Outer Space Collected Edition. Now, for the first time ever, you can get your hands on all things Tailless. 6 short mini-comic adventures in one book. In each new adventure, Tailless faces off against a new and ever more dangerous threat. Discover the origins of Tailless in the bonus material section. An expansive deep dive into the character's creation, featuring every single image, story, and fan art of Tailless ever created. What are you waiting for? The Adventures of Tailless in Outer Space Collected Edition is out now, only on Indiegogo. Back the hottest crowdfunded comic of the year. Adventure lies in your hands.
I really
Diggity
love the
dog. That was
90s
beast,
feel
homie.
to it.
That was beast. Holy shit.
I really do love the 90s feel to it.
Hmm? Yo, that was beast. And who did the voiceover? Oh no, I'm sorry. I muted you because it was your mic was on and it was causing a loop.
Oh yeah,
But
no.
yeah, I unmuted you now. But yeah, who did the voiceover?
That was just a guy from Fiverr. Like
Oh,
again,
guy from Fiverr?
just shoot me a message and I'll drop you some links.
Cool, man. Cool. Holy shit. Oh, that was so beast, homie. That was the shit.
dude, it just leaves you stunned. You're just like, wait a minute. That was a professional level. And it's like,
that's some pro
dude,
shit.
that is a pro dude.
See, I gotta start paying Tank for all these comments.
Well, what it reminds me of what Cartoon Network and what's the other channel, Nickelodeon, used to be. Now that stuff is kind of crappy, but
yeah,
stuff like this, if you had stuff like this and it was actually like legit animated, like cell shade and all that stuff,
yeah,
somebody in their right minds would totally pick this up. This
oh
is
yeah,
sick. Yeah, man. So hold on, you aim for 2,000 euros. You got 2,372 euros. Very good. So your next campaign, you're gonna aim for higher, right? You're gonna double it.
Well, yeah, like this is my first one. I seriously had no idea how you would do on this.
Yeah.
So I thought 2,000 is good. It means if I hit 2,000, then I've covered all my costs plus a bit more, as just kind of a stretch to prove myself. And yeah, we smashed 2K in 16 hours on launch day.
Well, the downside of that is that you have a very narrow profit margin there, but at the very least you cleared the bar,
Yeah, no, we've done really well, and like the best part about this is we're in the clear now. I'm not losing money on this campaign, so we're all good now. Tailless is going to be a thing, and people will get it in their hands this year, hopefully before the end of the year.
Okay.
This
cool,
is
man.
Exciting, man. Dude,
Yeah.
I love this. I love this stuff, man. Dude, you got to watch that second trailer. Yeah, no, man. Like, dude, Aria, I want to talk to you sometime about. I want to talk some real shop, like offline.
Yeah.
You know, off the. I should say off the line, not offline, but online, but off the line. Yeah. Because like no, I'm inspired, and I reached out to manufacturers, and I want to talk.
Yeah.
Listen, dude, you know you can just DM me whenever. That's
Roger
absolutely
that.
fine.
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot you an invite. I'm gonna shoot you guys. I'm just gonna open my Discord to the public. You know, that's what I'm gonna do. But
Okay.
let's watch this next trailer because this
Viola.
one, you talk about getting that '90s vibe, right? You're talking about bringing back the old school,
Cool.
like that J5 song. What's golden.
Give me 1 second. To
All
the
right.
7 cycles who are actually up and awake at this time, I need you to go and like the is that on YouTube? The video we just watched. Is that on YouTube?
The trailer?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
is
So
a link to YouTube? But I need you to go to where let me get me a link so that they can go and
Word.
yeah, sure. I'll drop
and
in the private chat now.
all right, you
But
gonna drop a link?
I'll drop it in the private chat. But
All right, cool.
people can find it easy on YouTube for themselves. Just search for Aria_Blackness. That's where everything's at.
But this has got that high octane energy. It's good space opera action. It's high concept too, and I love that stuff. Like this is why I call it the platinum age of comics, because the golden age of comics, it was real diverse. You had everything. Everything was there, from murder mysteries to superheroes to horror, supernatural, occult, like space, science fiction, space opera, all that stuff. And then the Silver Age comes along, and it's just Kate's and Diets and Archie, and pals and whatever, some cartoon, whatever kids like, whatever little kids like.
Yeah.
And then the Bronze Age came back and started getting grown-ups it started retaining their audience longer is really what it was. Grown-ups from the previous generation still looked at comics as being kid stuff, but their audience started retaining for longer because you could pick up an X-Men comic at age 6 and still be reading when you're cramming for your pre-med finals. You know what I'm saying?
I actually have something of an anecdote for that.
Aria, the link. I need the link to the Indiegogo so I can so that the people can go ahead and send, not send, but click on it, because what I actually want to do is put it in the comments. There you go. Thank you.
Yeah,
I'm gonna put it in the description so that people can actually go and click on it. When they come and when they watch this later on today, when everyone's awake and they're watching the playback, they can go and check it out.
Nice one. I appreciate that.
No problem. No problem. We do that right now. Go ahead. Continue talking, guys. I ain't mean to
Oh,
interrupt.
it's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
This is just kind of like shop. I gotta.
Yeah, I'm just.
But it's just like I actually did meet somebody in person, like in the past. I was somewhere around like maybe 12, 15 years old at the time. And it's just like this dude, he was somewhere in his 60s. He came and visited my school. And he was just like he actually came to the school to talk to us about something entirely different. And then he revealed that he had a history with comic books in a conversation. I don't remember what happened to lead up to it, but it's just I took a shine to that. So I already had planned in my head. I was gonna meet up with a dude. I was gonna talk to him about it. Like, what was your very first one? Everything like that. And he told me when I had started to talk to him, he's like, there is no limit on what your interests will give you. There's no limit on the age that your interests will keep you. So long as you actually have an interest in it, you can still be in it. You can still be around with it. Mm-hmm. He was 60 years old, and he showed me in his own little suitcase that he carried around his very first comic book.
Welcome,
it was
welcome to the
touching,
panel.
and it was both
Um,
touching and it was inspiring to me.
That's
welcome
really
to the
cool.
panel. No bullshit.
Hey,
All
welcome to
aboard,
the
no
panel.
all aboard. Also known as tune into No Bullshit tomorrow at 4 p.m. So for those of you who didn't get the hint, go ahead and tune in to No Bullshit tomorrow at 4 p.m. All aboard. Can you please drop a link to your channel so that they can? I'm gonna actually put it in. Oh, where'd she go? All aboard. Jump back in. Play. You know what? I know where the channel is. I'm gonna go ahead and drop a link to it and put it in the description. So on the playback, people can go ahead and subscribe to your channel.
All right. Yes. Sorry, I can only
Don't
think
don't
of
let me
one thing
interrupt
at a
you,
time
fellas.
right now.
Please
No, you're
No, no,
continue
no,
good.
talking.
no, no. It's fine. I mean, like, I mean, to say just for a small moment, there is no way I can ever say that there is a limit on how long you can ever like be interested in anything, be a fan of something, so long as it actually keeps grabbing you, so long as you actually find something to be still like pulled by the story, pulled by the characters, pulled by something. It's about what you can relate to the character, you can relate to the story, relate to the the community as well. This guy, 60 years old, he is a successful businessman. He was a speaker at my school when I was somewhere around 15. I don't even know what had happened, but it's just he had shared that he was interested in like comic book characters and all that. And most people would say by the time you turn somewhere around 20 years old, you should be done with looking at this.
Those people are done. No, 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 no. Those people, they're done. We look. You live once. If you like something, I'll be damned if somebody tells you can't like it anymore because you reach a certain age. All right. So
One of
I
my
suffer.
teachers in high
I'm
school
sorry.
was actually a comic book guy himself. So like, yeah, I get that. Everybody, I know the feeling of people saying, oh, you read comic books like children do, like that sort of thing. But fandom's a fandom. It's just another form of entertainment. It's as legitimate as any.
Well, it's best that kids don't read comic books right now, because if mom and dad picked up that book, that new Marvel comic or new DC comic that came out, and actually read that and saw that their kid was reading it, that would be the next parental outrage right there.
Yep.
Because that content's not for kids. Batman should not be doing cunnilingus on Catwoman outside of a Vertigo title. I'm just saying. Like, they shouldn't be even talking about that kind of stuff. You got to keep it like PG.
Yes.
That's why Motormouth, one of the fun things about Motormouth as a character was that, like, whenever she showed up in the comic, you're getting a lot of like random symbols.
Well, that was a book I bought recently, Motormouth. I haven't read it.
The Marvel character who talks a lot.
Yeah. She just talks, just cusses all the time. That's what she does. She just cusses all the time. And like almost every speech bubble from her has like numbers and symbols,
That's what they really need to get back doing too, instead of trying to like make everything like so like to say that it has to be grown up, so everything has to be always cursing or dramatic. Either cursing or dramatic. And they don't even they don't blurt it out. They don't actually like trade it off for symbols and nothing. They just leave it there for all to see. And you really wonder why we have so many kids, so many different like children, like 9, 8 years old, like repeating some of this stuff. I mean,
hail frog.
They don't get it from their parents. They don't get it from their peers from school. They definitely get it from what they read.
What's this artwork we're looking at?
Oh no, I shuffle through artwork that either I do or stuff that Tank Ferret brings in, or Dan World War Hell. But this is my stuff here.
Wow.
My designs. You know.
The
You're a
first one
talented
was so
man. This is pretty cool.
beautiful. I really like the first character.
Which one? The one on the
The
extreme.
left,
The one on the extreme left.
yeah, with the bun.
Okay. Well, I
I
mean,
really
you
like
know,
that
the
one.
different.
So pretty.
Okay.
Hey
Cool.
Bob,
Yeah. Hey, what's going on?
Frog G down there in the chat. You should wrench him. He's naked.
Hold
Give
on one
him a
second.
wrench. Take my word. He's
Hold on.
mighty.
Someone describe him.
Let me wrench him right now. Give me a minute.
All right.
Where's the
Frog G just looks naked without a wrench. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Frog G? Where he at? Let me wrench homeboy up. Add
I mean,
moderator.
before
Frog
he
G,
even
you
says
wrenched
hello.
up.
Before he even says hello, he's like, smash the like, ding the bell.
Yeah, I
Frog
know.
G is Frog G's one of these rogue Ronin moderators that goes around pumping up your channel.
Oh, nice.
Whatever
Hell yeah.
channel he's on, he's there. He's supporting. For like people like him, are Huffless, and Mo Biggs, man.
Mm.
Like
Yeah.
these are people that you can't live without them. One of these
Cool, cool.
days, when Frog G's hanging out, I'm going to see if I can spit out stuff faster than he can link it.
Challenge.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I want to have a wrench Olympics.
Frog G's been on
Wrench
like every stream I've done since launching TLS. He's good. Nice guy.
He's a cornerstone, man. Frog
Yeah.
love.
Cool, cool.
Yeah, whenever I find something cool and Froggy, I always tag him, Froggo, and EVS because they're my frog peeps.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so many frogs in CG.
Yeah, do we have fun, man? It's all silly. It's all fun. Even this, and you know what? And the books are serious. They're serious business.
Yes, absolutely.
Dude, I love this one right there. Go back. To the dude.
Cool.
That one right there.
That's
Dude, I
right.
love that.
What do you love about it?
I love that skin tone. Like that's a damn good flesh tone right there.
Yeah, I spent a lot of time rendering that so I can get, some verisimilitude going on there. I should have spent the time designing more of the gear. Notice like the one in the middle. I wanted to do them tribal, so I wanted to put tribal stuff like maybe tribal tats, maybe some beads around his neck. So I have to go back to this. Let me probably open up
the artist, huh?
Yeah. yeah. We're all hardest on ourselves,
What do you use to make this? You on Photoshop?
Oh no, that's not Photoshop. I should use Photoshop though. It's industry standard. I use GIMP for this.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I let the shadows and that sheen right there, and just the color play. Like it's like, okay, this is neutral light. You're establishing base tones and stuff like that. I like the pinks and the purples in there too. I see that a lot of people don't mix enough blue into their skin tones. I'm just gonna
Yeah. That's true. They think one skin. I think it's people get to see one thing and then they assume the rest of it. Like the mind completes the image. Like okay, the rest of this must be brown. No, there's some blues and purples in there and some pinks and stuff.
There's blood and there's.
You know why you guys don't know that? Because you don't use makeup, so you don't know.
Oh yeah, there's that too. Yeah, there's that too.
That's why a woman.
Here I am. I'm just a writer. I don't know none of this.
Well, women see more color than us anyway, right? Evolutionarily speaking, right?
Well, it's because when us dumbass guys returned without a saber-toothed tiger, and we just came back with a bunch of nuts and berries and stuff. They have to go like, wait a minute. Is this the poison berry?
Yeah, is it the poison berry or the one that will sustain our family? Yep.
Damn
absolutely.
it, Bob! You brought home poison berries again, you colorblind son of a bitch.
Damn it, Bob.
It's a thing that I saw in like Vietnam where there's like this certain there's like a certain plant and they're both called the same name, but like
Mhm.
several people die from eating the wrong one. But it takes like a trained eye to know
Yeah,
which
get it.
version of the plant is like edible. So yeah, like nuance.
Yeah.
Like
I mean, it's
here's
why
here's a
most of my paintings I start off in black and white like this. Then I
there you
add
go.
some color. You
Oh
know,
wow.
Yeah, see,
but
once again, you got the blues, you got
Oh,
the pinks, you got the warms, you got the greens,
yeah,
the warms.
you didn't make a before and after for that one. I mean, like,
yeah.
I
look,
love
It
look
that
at the
looks
black and
design.
white one right quick. Before,
yeah, and then this one.
after.
That is crazy.
Like that's a major transformation right
Yeah,
there.
that is.
Yeah,
That
like the
is
after
that's
has like
drastic.
striations and muscle groups and
Yeah, and note you see the windows here. That's what GIMP looks like for those of you who don't like mess with it and stuff. It looks like that. Yeah, you can have like different what do you call it, themes too, like a dark theme. I like the dark theme because it's less strain on the eye to have all that white light. It's distracting.
I use
Yeah.
GIMP for all my formatting.
Oh yeah, that's good.
Just
Good.
same
Good.
as Photoshop. It's just slightly different layout, but same tools and everything. The same way
And
you and all that.
Yeah.
and it's absolutely free too. That's the other great thing about it.
You holding my lighter too, like it's yours. You see?
What's up, Bitcoin?
Bitcoin is ordering food again. What you ordering, Bitcoin?
Bitcoin. Tell them don't let no black people make your
Yeah,
food.
touch
Let
your
them
food
know.
again. Yeah, let them know, Bitcoin. Bitcoin needs to let them know
No
that
blacks.
no black people need to touch your food, Bitcoin. For
Oh man.
Aria, Tank, and Just Tired,
Bit
you
only.
guys weren't there for the other stream where Bitcoin was trolling us by doing that. He
Oh,
went
that's
he went to a McDonald's and then said, "Are you Hispanic? If you're black, don't touch my food."
oh my
Yeah,
god.
pretty much. That's the kind of party we were having.
I'm gonna go back and watch that one.
And they
Yeah.
spit in his food, and they spit in his food. We all knew it because
Yeah,
everyone
look.
was black, and he ate it, and that's why I respect him.
The thing is, they
Because he
must
still
have
ate
mistreated
the
his food.
food.
Yeah, look, they had to have mistreated his food, like the way he came off there. Guaranteed, they mistreated his food. Whether they spit in it or like rubbed it on the floor where they walk and all that stuff, they mistreated his food.
So
Because
who's
there's
this
no way you
Bob?
do that and they don't fuck with your food. Like that's a given.
Who we looking at? I like her, and not just because I can see right down her shirt.
No, that's not mine. I mean that's my art, but it's not my character. It's Misty Knight. A little bit of fan art.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
fan art.
okay. This
I actually
reminded
thought it
me.
was something else entirely.
Oh, what were you thinking entirely?
No, I was just thinking like it was a different character.
Oh, okay. I mean, this is mine, but people keep calling that. Oh, that's the Baroness. No, it's not the Baroness.
She's got
What's
them
her name?
vibes, though. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh, that's Queen Cobra Veda.
Ah,
I love it.
Yeah.
I like
Yeah,
his
nice.
style.
does she got different color eyes, or is just the effect of the light?
She's got snake eyes and stuff like that. Like the vertical slits and stuff. But
My
yeah,
dog
she has.
has 2 different eye colors.
Yeah, I've seen that too.
What they call that
Ari,
heterochromia or something.
are you in New York?
Chromia.
Yeah, dude, that's a cool character.
Yeah, Aria, where you at?
Yeah, thanks.
I'm in Wales.
Bitcoin, Aria's a guy.
Yeah. So
The image is the image of a woman. I think
It's misleading. It's misleading.
Catfished.
Oh,
no.
Yeah,
Don't
Bitcoin.
fall in the trap, man.
false advertising.
Go take a cold shower, dude. Bitcoin's always a poon hound. He's always on the loose, yo.
Oh my god, I hadn't heard that in forever.
He's a poon hound. He's like, "Hey, Arya," and like right off rip too. He ain't say shit to me, nigga. It's my live stream.
White power. White,
Not hey, bro, tap. How's your evening going?
white power. Yo, if you could be black and proud, I'm gonna be white and proud.
You're white now?
Well, there's nothing wrong with being white and
Wait,
proud.
hold up. You're white, Bitcoin?
How, you see my skin? Does it look black to you?
Yeah, but no, sir, that's just an organ.
Radical
That's an
Latino.
organ that can vary, sir.
He could ride with the melanated people, which is great. Because believe me, I'm having jungle fever this month. Yo, get the fuck off my cigarette, man.
Bitcoin, what you ordered?
Bitcoin,
Yo, they don't really ride for him. Like he, I don't know, man.
Bitcoin. It'd be hard for.
You acting like a typical angry black man on your thing before.
Oh, who's that? Me?
Yeah.
Bitcoin. You're it's hard for you to pass, sir. Skin color is only one organ. Your skin is only one organ, but people who can look, they can see that you're mixed with something. No one would call you pure white or anything like that.
No, you know, I'm trolling when I say that. You know.
Yeah.
But my skin color is white.
Your skin color is not white.
My
No,
dick,
it's white enough.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's off white.
Listen,
It's off white.
Yo, all the board knows me. She knows what time it is. She knows I'm about that life. She knows.
What up, Bitcoin?
All the board
Bitcoin,
knows.
what you ordered? What did you order?
All the board knows how I get down, how I do things.
Yeah, I know. What you ordered?
I didn't order nothing. I'm with my Colombian friend.
What you doing with the fucking Colombians?
The mouth on the sport.
Bitcoin, go home. Go home. Nothing good can come from this.
We slided down. We.
Bro.
You gotta be fucking kidding me, man.
How you chilling?
Chilling, man. I wanted to get one more live stream in before I shut it down, but
Yeah, I've been
so
fucking with Fight. I've been going at Fighter, yo, because you know what? I'm not fucking with him no more. I'm gonna whip his monkey Dominican ass.
you ain't gonna do shit.
Please,
You ain't gonna do shit.
Yo, his fucking his yeah, and I mean monkey in the most positive way too.
No.
You gotta be kidding.
In
The
a
shit,
good way.
y'all motherfuckers see the shit I got to deal with on these live streams.
Bitcoin, beat his ass. Beat his ass.
You hear me?
The shit you hear on these live streams.
Motherfucker's crazy. Bro, I be fighting with him all the time. This guy.
You ain't gonna do shit but sit down and have a burger and a beer with that nigga when you see him. So I ain't trying to hear
What are
shit.
you talking about? No. This Bitcoin.
I wish I had some popcorn right now.
Bitcoin's friend. Yo, you talking to Bitcoin's friend right now. You hear me?
Get his ass.
So this motherfucker's bringing out monkeys. You hear me? This guy's crazy, bro. He's crazy. I know what he's doing. I don't like.
Listen, Bitcoin just want.
Oiga, Bitcoin. Say, you think I'm Spanish, bro? I mean, white or black? No, nah, bro. I'm Colombian. You hear me? Yo, hablar así. Yeah, I'm an immigrant, pop. I'm 100% Colombian. You hear me?
What the fuck is 100% Colombian?
Yo, you hear this fucking racist motherfucker? You hear this motherfucker, bro, in the back?
You know that cocaine power is different. They gonna fuck Fighter up. They gonna kill his ass.
They ain't gonna do shit but sit down and
look. See the walking indictment with Danny? Yo,
look, man.
I destroyed Danny already. Danny's gone. He's Puerto Rican. He because he has no choice but to roll with the Dominicans because I don't know why, but I don't have to. I love my people, and I told him today. He was talking about Sosua and DR, but the prostitutes. I said, you know who needs to be blamed? The fathers that live in that town that let their daughters be prostitutes, and they deadbeat fucking Dominican dads who want to smoke hookah and drink fucking cheap brown liquor. That's who the fucking needs to be fucking blamed.
Watch your mouth, Bitcoin. Don't talk about my fucking father.
Hey, I actually got a question for y'all.
Yes, sir.
Like all of y'all,
I'm
all
gonna
of
whip
y'all.
his ass when y'all
Get his
guarantee
ass, Bitcoin.
he's
Beat
not
him
gonna.
up.
Yo, he's not gonna whip my ass. You know why? He wants to box. I said we're gonna box and kickbox, and I'm gonna
Yo,
beat the living daylight. I'm gonna his braids.
Hey.
I'm gonna rearrange his fucking braids. How about
Put
that?
a cigarette out on his fucking nose, Bitcoin. Get him.
That nigga's gonna look like Jodeci with a haircut when I'm done.
Put your cigarette
You know what?
out in
I'm gonna go to
his nose.
Dykeman. I'm gonna go to Dykeman and do it in Dykeman. I'm gonna go to his. He's not even in Dykeman. I'm gonna go to Dykeman. I know bad motherfucking Dominican Dykeman. I'm gonna go over there. I'm gonna go over there, and I'm gonna whip his ass on 126th Street or 127th Street, and I'm gonna do it on YouTube.
Man.
I'm gonna do it on YouTube. I already told him already. He's jogging for. I said keep on
You
jogging.
understand? Y'all both gonna get arrested, right?
No. There's no bond. It don't even matter. There's no bond in New York. No bond. There's no bond. It don't even matter. You're gonna get out the same day.
Whatever.
Same
So
day.
they gonna get out the same day. All right.
And I'm gonna do coke. And I'm gonna do coke before I fight
I know
him.
you are.
And I'm gonna do coke before I fight him.
Yo,
How about that?
Bitcoin. Put a Newport out on his fucking face.
Nah, I'm just gonna beat him. I'm gonna beat him like a
All
man.
aboard. Why you front? You know you won't smash fighter. Just
Don't
you know.
disrespect me. Like,
That
seriously,
bro,
don't
you ain't feeling him.
Don't disrespect me. I never was
Nah,
feeling
he's
it.
corny. He's corny. He's corny. Like you know what? I was representing for him, but like he's a wishy-washy ass motherfucker. Like he go back from like he's dark skinned, then he wants to be Spanish. You know what? That's why like I agree with a lot of the like. What are you? What do you want to do? Like at least me, I'm consistent. Like I'm who I am.
Nah,
And
you
I
just
don't
said you
change-
was white.
I'm not changing for
Low key,
nobody.
you just said you was white.
You know what I'm
Nah,
saying?
he's trolling. Bitcoin is a troller. He's
I'm not
trolling.
a troller. And believe me,
hey.
yo, listen, you don't. Let's not talk about the history now.
Hey.
Bitcoin beat his
Let's not
ass.
go.
I got a
We can
question for
troll. I
y'all.
love to troll.
I'm in New
Want to
York.
talk about heritage history?
I'm in New York. If y'all set it up, I'm gonna pull up. No
All
lie.
aboard. Where you at? Where you at, all aboard?
I'm not coming right now.
All aboard. What's up? Let pop up.
Nah.
Well, gee, what's absolute? Let me check that out. And actually, no, why check it out? Let me put that. I'm gonna put that in the description so that people can. Is that a campaign? Oh, it's a
Yeah.
sign up.
Yes.
All right, hold on. It's a sign up. The thing is, if they click on there, all right, then they can sign up. But I wanted active. If you guys got active campaigns, so I could put in the description. See on the playback.
This YouTube thing is gonna. I'm gonna beat his ass professionally, and then after I beat his ass, I'm gonna buy him a shot of Brugal, and I'm gonna buy him a peach hookah. How about that? Don't let that go over your motherfucking head.
Yeah, that's why I said you guys ain't gonna do shit but sit down and have a fucking
Right now, I'm
cigar.
out of shape a little bit.
Yeah, y'all gonna eat
Just
some
out of shape
fucking
right there.
chalupas.
That's why he's jogging like that. He knows, like
He knows when you see him, it's
know,
on
yo,
site.
when you see somebody
All
like in their eyes, they know when you're a real fighter, not a fighter with a complex with Napoleon syndromes.
Not a fighter complex.
Shit. Get it? Fuck your shit.
That nigga had a video, right? He had me a little worried. I'll be honest, because like he had a video of him boxing. I don't know if it was him. It's not even him. The dude was like 6 something. It was another dude. It wasn't him. This nigga had another dude boxing. I'm like, wow, I gotta fight this nigga. It was some black dude cut up. I was like, wow. You know what? But I'm not gonna go back on my word. I'm like,
that was him.
I was like, yo, this nigga. But the only thing I got from me is that like, all right, fuck it. I'm gonna wrestle him. We're gonna box and kickbox.
Crack him with the bottle. Get your homie.
Because yo, my man could attest, right? You remember, Ola boy, remember that shorty that was on the leash? Remember that shit?
Yeah, I remember.
All right, that shorty, she cracked a dude with a bottle and cut his face, right or wrong?
Jesus.
Yo, I was at a telly party with her. We was having like a little orgy and shit. She was getting busy, you know what time it is. She fucking was she hit this dude with a Corona bottle and split his face open. Yo, all
So
aboard. I sent you the picture.
She gonna be the ring girl. If things go left,
and then Roy Chess is like, he's like, I know jujitsu, and if I'm in a nightclub with a bunch of Negroes and Spics, that hold on, wait a minute, I'm gonna see the Corona bottle coming because I can see. Motherfucker, you ain't seeing that bottle coming.
Yeah, he's gonna swat. He's gonna step to the side and swat it down like Mr. Miyagi.
Bro, he's
on the floor.
All the boys on that channel. Yo, he was like, I'm gonna see it coming. I was like, you're not gonna see it coming.
So the boys like the
You're
bottles
gonna, it's gonna be like,
undefeated.
it's
It's
1, 2, 3.
undefeated.
Tequila
It is.
hit the
It's
floor.
undefeated.
Bang.
That's what he's gonna be dreaming when he's sleeping in
When
the
he,
back alley after they're done
he's
with
gonna
him.
be dreaming that he did the Mr. Miyagi wax on, wax off,
That's
and did
that
the wax
final
Oh,
right
off
before
and
this
get
KFC
the
and
dude,
bottle
Big
out,
this
out
Rush.
dude.
the way.
I don't even want to promote his name like that, but he like he had another dude boxing on his thing, on his short term thing. I'm like, yo,
Oh, man.
this is him. And then I see him in Dykeman with Danny, the Puerto Rican kid who's a super who goes in people's refrigerators and fixes their leaks. Okay, he lives in the boiler room. I killed his whole career. He should have never showed his face to me, ever, because he
Aw.
sounds cool and collective. I call him calmcoolcollective.com. But when I seen his face, I seen him. I'm like, this motherfucker soft as a Twinkie. I'm like, yo, get the fuck out of here.
Talk your
And he's
shit,
Puerto Rican.
Bitcoin.
He's Puerto Rican, and I love my people, and I back him up. But and then he came for Puerto Ricans, and I'm like, why don't you worry about Dominicans that are prostituting their mothers and their daughters
Watch your mouth. Hold
in
up. Watch your mouth.
towns over there? Why don't you
Hold
do
on.
that?
Chill. You talk your
They ain't
shit.
got nothing to say about that. Smoothie, Blood Moon, Morena, nothing.
Hey.
Morena Reyes.
They like it. You know this? They like that shit. They like that shit. I was like, you think I want a woman smoking hookah in a Rubbermaid chair?
Wait,
Okay. Do you really think? Let me tell you something. I rather, I love my Haitian people. I'm gonna be honest with you. I was with a Haitian girl today on Friday's thing. You go back and see it. She was naked. She was busting that shit. This bitch, I pimp her out. You know what I'm saying?
Leave our women alone, sir.
I put her on the thing and everything. Niggas don't want Bitcoin. When Bitcoin
Bitcoin,
open,
please, Bitcoin. Go back. Talk about Blood Moon.
listen, I'm gonna make a channel. I'm gonna make a channel real soon. Watch.
What you say
And when I
about
make my
about
channel,
Blood Moon?
I'm gonna have Kevin Samuels sucking my dick. I'm gonna have.
Wait, hold on.
He needs to stop too. I'm tired of him too. With
You
his,
want to
with
shut
his.
everything down?
Watch
Bitcoin, I want you on my channel tomorrow. We going
I'm gonna
live
be there. I'm gonna
at
be there.
7.
I'm gonna be there. Bro,
I'm
Tep, you
not
good,
gonna
yo? Because
block
I'm a
you.
nerd. Bro, Tep, I'm a nerd at heart. I love Star Wars. I love all that. I really like that, man. I like your wave. Your angle is good. I like
You
it.
mean
You
the
know what I
old
mean?
stuff? Like before they had revamped it and retconned it?
Yeah, before the new hot garbage they put out, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, I could tell Bitcoin's a geek. He just
Yeah, I
fronting.
love that shit, man. Like I know now the new Jedi. That was what's the guy you call me? Palpatine. That's Palpatine's daughter. That's
Yeah.
Palpatine's fucking daughter.
Yeah, but we don't. I'm saying we
No,
don't. We
that's
don't.
Palpatine. I'm not
I
eating.
know, but we don't legitimize that shit. They did some real funny style joint for that
Yo,
shit,
bro.
man.
Yo, bro, you know what I call this thing? I call him Palpatine, right? But I call him the reason why I call him Palpatine, the reason why I call him Palpatine is because, he's the Sith,
No, I'm not.
He's the Sith. No, but the reason why he's the Sith,
I'm all about
the head Sith, is
God.
because, all right, relax, nigga. But what I'm trying to say is, you introduced me to the gambling background world, the fucking darkness. You hear me? You hear? Oh, I just ate the light. Oh, yeah. Yeah, but wait. Listen.
Yo,
So, yo, I call him
Tank.
Papa.
Tank.
Yo, just call him
Well,
Papa.
what game you working on
Papa.
right there, Tank?
Yo,
This
call him Papa.
is
You heard? Papa.
this is
Hold on,
Masterpiece
fellas.
VR right here, man.
So you all was on the Friday night. They was talking about sundown, right? We was talking about thing, and I was like, yo, everybody. Have you ever seen the bestiality pornography? You ever seen one?
What?
With animals and shit?
Bestiality pornography.
So I seen.
I've had the
I seen,
displeasure
yo,
of seeing that. Yes.
I seen two chicks
Wait,
with a
no,
horse,
no,
and
no,
this
no.
shit
We're
was
not
turning
gonna
me
fuss
on.
over that.
This
What?
shit was turning
What?
me on. I
Stop.
seen two Brazilian chicks fucking a horse. The horse
Hold
comes all over the
on.
bitches.
All
That
right,
shit
bro, Tap. Wait,
turned me on.
Well, I mean, my excuse was I had to
bro,
do the
Tap.
graphics
Wait.
Beat off
for
to
the
the shit and
website.
jerked off.
All right, bro, Tap. Explain.
So and then sundown. This nigga, I'm like, I got Purple Hearts to sell. Sundown's a fake military nigga. I'm like, I got Purple Hearts to sell. 3 for 1. I got Purple Hearts. Whatever you want.
What? You said Sundown's a fake ass?
I agree.
That's because you don't like him.
No.
Boy.
He is a fake ass fucking.
Well, I didn't let him on.
So wait,
He was trying to get on
you be watching
earlier.
bestiality?
Creepy who now? No, I didn't say I'd be watching bestiality, ma'am. I said I had the displeasure of seeing that once.
All the
Someone came to the graphics firm that I was working at. They came in mad late, and it looked like she was a plant too. It looks like she was a whole agent because she came in
Yeah.
there and was asking us all kinds of funny ass shit. And then she was like, I have a website here," and then she pulled it up. She opened our lead programmer's laptop, and then she went to the website, and then we saw like all kinds of horseplay, dog play, and all these
Women, I don't
different
know. I
things.
like it. I'm like, I don't know. I guess I'm a freak.
You like it?
I guess
No,
I
no,
got
no.
power
We
narcissistic. I don't
shouldn't
know how
like that
to
stuff, sir.
you know. But I seen the horse,
There's a limit
the
on
fucking
what
horse.
people should
Yo, the
really
two
be
badass Brazilian chicks, they fucking the horse, and the horse just sitting there waving his tail.
Why are
and
you
shit.
allowing this? Bitcoin,
I'm like, yo, for some reason, I started getting fucking
Bitcoin.
excited. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck it.
That's
Like,
because you're perverted, sir. You're not supposed to get excited by that stuff, sir.
Protep, I know you. I know you into the anime. You like that virtual, like you know, when the animated cartoons. I'm into that shit too. And, yo, the animated porn is crazy. Like they be banging each
Oh,
other.
the hentai?
I seen Freddie Flintstone bang Barney Rubble's wife.
He's a Freddie Flintstone. They got stupid stuff like that on anime, but
Bitcoin.
they also have like
You ever seen the
demons
pornos
having
of the
sex too and
cartoons?
stuff like that.
And Freddie Flintstone's banging Barney Rubble's wife.
But you know,
Bro,
you,
you're a
you guys
kid. You
understand.
grew up seeing that. Like you see them fucking around, beating the bitch, dragging in the cave. Then you see him banging his wife, getting a blowjob. Come on, bro. It's like it's hot. It's hot, man.
Bitcoin, don't do this on
All
my
right.
channel. Just sub to our new channel. But please don't do that. Like, just do it over
Okay,
here.
so
He
about
he
comics.
telling you to-
I
No,
actually
hold
had,
up,
I actually had a
you're probably
question.
turning him on
Yeah,
with these
Yo,
positions.
listen,
with these
yo,
little
all boy. You know,
boys.
I be walking. I put leashes on the chick. Like I got bowls. I got like I'm into some crazy shit. Like I don't do anything. With girls. I put a leash on a girl, walk around like a dog. You ever heard of puppy play? You know what puppy play is? Look up puppy play. It's when a woman or a man wants to act like an animal, like a dog, and then they want to own her. So I got two girls. They like that. They got a leash. I got a bowl. They act like a puppy. I take them to the dog park. They think they're a puppy. They think they're a dog, and then I fuck them. It's just like come on. It's just like it's erotic. You understand what I'm saying? It's just like
Bitcoin.
There's just so many things I really just don't want to even.
I low key feel
explore.
like he's trying to seduce Bitcoin right now with these positions.
And
when a person
I'd rather just ask some
What's
questions.
that?
real quick.
Are you trying to seduce him with these like positions of these robots or what?
No,
That shit gonna turn him on.
this is actual work. I don't know what the fuck's going on with all y'all, with all that shit, with all the
that's
puppy
gonna
play,
turn him on. Look
and the
at the
dog
position.
fucking.
Yo, look at this flash. Look at this flash. Look at this flash. It's a huge ass flash.
That's gonna turn him on. All
They
this
go
shit.
what?
It's over.
I mean, look, Bitcoin lives that pirate life, man. In modern
I have
times,
a daughter. I have a daughter. I respect women. I love God. Adam and Eve had more than one child.
You
It was
love
not
God.
Cain and Abel. It was Seth, Sarah, Josephine, and also Josephine. I'm very in tune with history.
Lazarus.
No.
This dude, Bitcoin is Jack Sparrow, but like right now, he's Captain Jack
You gotta remember,
Sparrow.
the only reason
But
people are
but in
melanated.
2021,
You remember the equator in
Bitcoin,
Ecuador.
subscribe to my channel.
Baby, I got you. I'll subscribe to everything. I'm gonna subscribe to your butt. How about that?
all right. So, fellas, and I mean, you and Bitcoin, go ahead. Matter of fact, wait a minute.
Bro, we gotta do a meetup. We gotta do a fucking meetup somewhere at a Pokemon club somewhere. We gotta do it.
You're scary, Bitcoin. Bitcoin, you look scary.
I'm not
all
scary. I'm
aboard.
a real,
You're
listen to
doing
me.
the stream
But I keep
tomorrow
it
on
real. Like, I
StreamYard.
don't
All
fucking
aboard.
play games. Like, come on, you see me at the casino. Like, I keep it real. Like, I don't lie. Like,
I
honestly,
hear
like,
you.
you know
All
what I'm
aboard.
saying? Like,
Okay, hold on, Bitcoin. All aboard. You streaming tomorrow, yeah?
It's the coke. It's the coke.
Oh, are you streaming from your system or she's streaming? Is Denise streaming? Who's
I
streaming?
don't know the detail. I've never done this before. It's gonna be.
If you're streaming, you need to go and open the streaming account right now because it takes 24 hours for them to verify you. If you haven't done that, you are not streaming tomorrow.
Yo, and
So go ahead, open a tab,
melanated night,
and
melanated night for him to be Afrocentric
Shut up.
and
Shut your
African
damn mouth
American.
about melanated
Fuck
night.
him. He can
Shut
suck
up,
my
Bitcoin.
dick.
Stop.
California
Shut
name.
the
I don't
fuck
give a
up,
fuck.
Bitcoin. I'm
Fuck
gonna
you. I'm your
overtalk
fucking
you.
all right.
Shut up, Bitcoin.
So
Put this on the stream.
But how can he be a
all right,
fucking
go,
knight?
okay,
How can he be a Templar
all right.
knight
Go
but
So
be
fuck it
African
up.
American?
Fuck it up.
You can't be a
Stop.
knight. That's European shit. So right
Bitcoin,
there,
stop.
both you,
Stop.
both
Everybody
you,
has
and
been like
Stop.
this.
about comics and games. Tank Ferret, can you please let us know what this awesomeness you
All right, so this is
is right?
the Scout Sniper unit for my upcoming crowdfunding campaign for a 3D printed tabletop assortment of fembots. It's called
This is
Iron
sick.
Maidens, the Fembot Apocalypse.
Oh no, you know Bitcoin is still watching, right?
Yeah, mankind's
All right.
time has come to an end, and so right now, what I'm doing with the process, I already made like the figures, right? But I'm gonna break them up and whatnot. They're still
This is
like
sick.
these are solid models, but they're just here for like templates and whatnot.
No, I
This
got
is-
it. And I could see
yeah.
the kit bash too. That's very ingenious use of kit bashing.
Oh, thank you.
Because yeah, instead of sitting there trying, cause a lot of people don't understand this. If Tank was to sit here and had to model that whole gun from, and he can, but it would slow down the actual creative process of making the character. So what he'll do right now is he'll kit bash, and if he wants to later on, that's probably a public domain kit bash or kit set that he has there, right?
Nope.
That it's not proprietary. Oh, it's proprietary.
No, I made all of these.
Oh, you
pieces.
made all these kits. Okay, so then that's not even kit bashing. You made the kit, so that's just you reusing your own shit. So if if uh, um if Tank was to do these things from scratch every time he's doing the character, it would take him forever. So he made the kits already with all those pieces and all those parts and all those joints and levers and arms and robot arms, and then he's putting them together in these different ways. That's amazing.
Thank
Wait,
you.
Bitcoin bounced? Then welcome back all aboard. So
So right now,
you put me in that. I did nothing.
What? No, you and Bitcoin was sitting here talking about dog walking.
No, I was
women
telling him to
and
stop. But okay, I'll shut up. Go on.
no, I'm not saying shut up. I'm saying like you gonna get my stream taken down. You and Bitcoin is talking about fucking donkeys and shit. We can't do that on this. We're not doing this. So that's not what we're doing.
I literally wasn't talking about any of that. I was saying that you should shut up
Hide your
about it.
fucking, hide your rainbow Macau parrot. I'm fucking the parrot. It's gonna be a half Puerto Rican, half fucking parrot.
You gotta be kidding. All right.
And guess
all
what?
right,
I
Bitcoin,
identify.
please,
I
sir.
identify as a cheetah. Okay, that's what I identify as. Because if people want to identify as they're black and they're Afro Caribbean, guess what? I identify as a motherfucking cheetah.
Well, that would mean that you're brown
I
with
have the
spots,
right
sir.
to do
Or
that.
beige with spots. And you can't identify as a cheetah. That's a whole different species. Although there's a guy who
Fuck a cheetah.
identified.
You put a cheetah in front of me, it's a female cheetah, and you leave me alone with that cheetah for like an hour.
Yeah, I know you'd fuck it.
With a bottle of Henny.
This is the problem.
That
This is
bitch
the
is getting
problem,
pregnant.
Bitcoin. That's the problem we're having.
I'm not getting
Is that
half from the cheetah, but
Tank is designing some robot women here, and we have no doubt that if they were real, you would fuck them. See, we need to have an intervention,
I got a doll.
sir.
I got a plastic doll. I got the doll. I got one of those.
We need to have an intervention, sir.
No.
But
interventions are people who have issues and problems and they don't have a solution.
Oh,
I have,
all right. So you have a solution for okay.
I'm not in the dilemma with two bad choices. I have options. I'm very, very articulate. I'm very intelligent. Don't get it twisted.
No, I know you're intelligent, but you're also a horn dog.
Yeah. So what? I heard there's some stuff on your ceiling fan too when the black light go on. Remember that?
But hold on. What program are you using here?
Throw me in with the fighter
I'm using
shit. It's kind of weird
hold on.
that you threw me in with him and then with the fighter shit. What did I say that was like
Okay.
meaning? causing that. That's weird.
All right, look, lady and gentleman. I mean, I use the word gentleman.
You should
You
put
know,
your you should put that
provisionally.
dick pic as your profile pic all aboard.
All right.
Fuck.
You have to understand what show we're on, Bitcoin. All right. So what program are you using?
I am using
Let's say
I'm using Masterpiece VR.
Masterpiece VR.
Yeah.
See, the thing is,
so-
you're chiseling stuff there. I thought that would be Blender because of the way you're using the chisel. Because Blender
Right.
has some of those same functions, but I've never
But yeah.
seen Masterpiece VR.
Yeah, I'm doing this all in VR right now. Which is
Wow.
really cool because like this, I'm just making like a base, just a
Yeah.
normal base, so it can be textured. I'm gonna redo this one. I didn't like it, but this, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna whittle it back and forth, but also I have a whole bunch of custom bases. Let me move this thing out of the way because it's just in the wrong position.
So when you're done with this, you send it to the 3D printer, yeah?
When I'm done with this, it's actually ready to sell.
Wow.
Yeah, I get it formatted and whatnot. So yeah, this is how this one kind of looked, is like that.
Oh, I think we lost. I think we lost Just Tired.
Uh-oh.
Either he probably fell out because he's just tired, or you know his connection dropped or something. But yeah, let me see.
But yeah,
It's
this.
2 hours. But go ahead, go ahead.
I was gonna say this one is my terrain workspace. I accidentally deleted my old terrain workspace, so I got to remake a whole bunch of dirt and rocks and stuff. But yeah, man, this is fun.
Yes,
It's been a
it
lot of
looks
hard
fun.
work. Getting all these.
Make sure you save, sir.
Oh yeah.
Press Control S every few.
I wish it was that easy because this program is basically still in alpha.
Oh. What was
So
it called again?
Masterpiece VR. Yeah, they pulled it from the Steam store because it looks like they got their actual like release ready.
Piece VR.
And they're gonna I think they're going with subscription service for that one.
Is it pay or public dom? What do you call it?
It's pay.
Free open source rather. It's pay.
Yeah, no,
It's
yeah.
not open. It's not free open source. Okay.
It's not free. There are some good programs that are free, like
Oh yeah, Blender. I rock with Blender. Free open source software.
Yeah. Well, I use.
But what else? What else? Shape, you said?
I use Masterpiece VR, Shape Lab, Archeo, and dang it, the name of the program has escaped me for the other one. But I also use Blender and ZBrush.
Yeah, but ZBrush costs an arm and a leg. But
yeah, I got an old copy from a friend of mine who has updated to the subscription service. He was like, "Look, they're never going to update it, but it's a legit copy."
Okay, that's good.
So yeah, now he's on subscription, and he was like, "Here you go. Here's my antiquated version." I'm like, "Well, why? Thank you very much."
Yeah, I will make use of this.
I will take
yeah.
hand-me-downs. Most definitely. But yeah, I'm putting the cloaks on these. They're going to be like draping over and stuff. This is like the leader unit.
Right.
So if you wanted to like swap out your for 40K army, I'm going to have rules for Warhammer 40K, for Pathfinder, and for Cyberpunk Red looks like. I'll have the game ready rules, so you can just like print them, add them to your game. You don't have to think about nothing. These will print. We printed these out at several sizes. One was the 148 scale, which is standard for tabletop gaming. That's like the miniatures that Wizards of the Coast put out that are they seem kind of big. They're like 2 inches tall. That's really big. But they also have what do you call it? Here, I'm gonna zoom in on this. We're gonna just make the whole playing field bigger, so we can actually appreciate some of the stuff. Here we go.
This guy made his own kit. Most people just buy the kits, sir.
Yeah. No, I knew I wanted
Good job,
something
good
like
job.
unique, fun. When I run the campaign, Like the thing that took the longest were these hands.
Mm,
Each of these
okay.
hands is done, and you can come, like, I'll zoom in here. You can see, I'll grab my little pointer and go, this is a piece, this is a piece, this is a piece, that's 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 a
Wow.
piece, that's a piece, that's a piece, you know. Then
But
there's the
what's
hand.
the IKA hierarchy? Like, what's the length, bone lengths, and all that?
Oh, I don't have any. I actually positioned these all. I put them all
Wow.
into place.
So,
I
so if you didn't do any bones, then you can't really model them and position them, can you?
Well, no,
Not
that's
yet.
not for that was for me to do. That kind of also makes it like each one a unique art piece
Yeah. Okay.
because art is controlled chaos,
Yeah.
and so things aren't exactly perfect from figure to figure. They're each unique, and I wanted that to be a part of the
Good.
flavor of it. I
Cool.
wanted I wanted people to go, okay, so I'm paying X amount of money for something. Why should I care? It's because I put personal care and attention. Like this foot's still off center. I'm gonna have to go in and fix that.
Okay.
Driving me nuts. You know, they're like the knee joint. Some no, all these are good. Like I took the time and the care to make. Like this one has different feet. Like so, there's
Yeah.
different kit bits too. Like look at the back of this one. It's got these power pylons sticking out.
Hmm.
None of these got these power pylons because they're going to be getting those cloaks over here. These cloaks.
That's sick.
Sticky button. But yeah, and I'm going to tatter them up because this is going to be post-apocalyptic. That's why I did all the skulls. So it would be like, fun. Fun, man. It's the
Yes.
Fempocalypse.
The
Mankind's time has come to an end.
It does sound so happy.
Right? And I saw, but now we need to watch that second trailer.
Oh, was it
Of
second show?
Taylor's, because what I'm showing here plays into what he's doing too.
Yeah,
And this is
what are you using these for? Are these going to be 3D printed then?
This is a 3D print. This will be for 3D print, so you can print them out, play with them. It'll have some game rules for a handful of games, so you can just plug it in right away, or you could always make up your own rules for your robots. I mean, most game people will. But I kind of designed it to supplant a 40K Space Marine army, but with just more limited options because, to design in depth, that would just take forever. But I wanted to have fun with it, and we're also producing over at Brain Cage. We're going to be producing tabletop games and tabletop game accessories, and I'm reaching out to creators, and that's why I'm like, no, I want to build some businesses. I've got some guys that I've been working with. One dude out in Chicago he's starting to build up manufacturing capabilities, so that way we can put out cool things like we could have these as kits, on a sprue. And we could have all the we can make airsoft replicas of characters' firearms from the stories, or we could make make a plastic or metal replicas of various items like swords, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. In fact, actually, we were looking at also doing like actual firearms kits because that's what he does already. He makes airsoft and firearm kits. But he wants to get into more stuff. He wants to make toys. He wants to make miniatures. He wants to get into manufacturing all the little plastic stuff for a board game, right? We can take these resources right here and reincorporate into a board game. In fact, actually, I've been working. It would take too long for the file to load. But I do have a file where I'm taking all these kit pieces, right? And I'm turning them into chess pieces.
Cool.
So, and that's fun, and the super cheap way is for people to buy a file and print it themselves, or if we can hit a certain stretch goal, then we can open up that manufacturing ring and start producing stuff in various locations, and I'm looking to do this around the world. I'm not messing around on this. I want to head up an international network to make sure that we don't have to go to CCP China, which I am very vocally against, the Communist Party of China.
Well, we don't need to.
But
Anything they could
yeah.
do over here, we could do over there. We could do over here.
Mhm.
Yeah,
And
we
I'm
don't need.
encouraging others to do this stuff too. I'm
Yeah.
telling people, I'm out there preaching. I'm like, get your lawyers, get your paperwork, look into manufacturing, look into printing. We can build an entirely new industry. We can change the way business is done. We can actually take away that old greedy model that people complain about, and they go, "That's capitalism." It's like, no, that's not real capitalism. Real capitalism is everyone makes money.
Yes.
Capitalism. The accruing of goods, right?
What we have now is stingyism.
Yeah, it's stingyism.
Stingy motherfuckers. Yeah, stingy motherfuckers hogging all the cash, man.
It's just slavery with extra steps.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
that was
sir.
for all your Rick and Morty fans out there.
Don't put slavery in the category because it's completely different.
No, I was joking.
Yeah,
Just Rick and Morty
come up with your
reference.
own analogy. You don't have to always use the pain of black people. Sorry.
Well, yeah, other people were slaves too. All aboard.
Oh, really? Like
plenty of
what?
other
The
people.
Irish?
No, I don't mean
I
just
knew you were
Irish.
cool.
Like
I
over
knew you were
in
cool about that.
Yugoslavia and whatever. Is it
You're a
Yugoslavia?
slave.
But
Yeah, it's
so
not exclusive to anybody.
yeah. So if you have these printed out and have molds for them, you can mass produce all across the country, can't you?
Yeah, and manufacturing equipment is coming down in price.
Mhm.
It's dropping in price.
And
What I learned, I'm sorry, God.
And I want to empower people to get their own manufacturing, their own businesses and
Yes.
stuff like that. And all I'm looking for is people with enough integrity that they'll pursue it passionately and
Yes.
diligently. Because I'm going to be playing some money games, and
Listen.
and that's the best way to do it though, is to you got to raise the floor. Well, how do you raise the floor? You can't try to tear down the ceiling to raise the floor. You have to subvert that system they have in place, and the only way that we do that is by starting at the ground floor.
Mhm.
Otherwise,
Yeah.
they're still in charge.
Listen, I had come back from just a few months ago. I came back from Georgia, right? And there are a lot of counties over there. One of the things I've learned being out there in kind of like the what's south-ish. It's the South. Georgia's funny where it's the South, but a lot of their places can seem like East Coast, right? But what I've learned from being in that general area is we have a misconception. I've said this before in other streams. We have a misconception about uh, industry because we think of industry the way the coastal cities think about industry. In reality, when you're out there deep in country, when you go deep in country, it's the fucking Wild West, man. If you want to do something, you can actually do it. So just like on the East Coast, like L.A., not the East Coast, on the coastal cities, like you got Florida, L.A., Southern Coast, obviously, Florida. The New Yorks and New Jerseys, right? When you go to a McDonald's or Burger King, there'll be Burger King toys, right? Well, in Georgia, what I found out, by asking, there are lots of different chains where you can get food and even mom and pop shops where they do food and stuff like that, like barbecue, whatever. And I approached one of them and I asked them because I was still rocking with Blender. I was like, you know how Burger King does, like you get a Burger King toy inside your inside a Burger King meal or whatever. And they're like, yeah. And like, if we had toys like that, would you actually carry it in your store? They were like, yeah. So instead of like going to Burger King and you get a Burger King toy, here you have a small family chain of stores that could get into a contract with you to do something like this, like the Fembot thing. Well, I'm not sure if it's a family place. I'm not sure if this would be the one you sell them, but let's say it was right a family kind of thing that you have there. Now you have an opportunity, and I found a lot of stuff like that over deep inland in the United States, where you know if you did some custom jersey, custom T-shirts or whatever, there are football teams that would actually buy them from you. And it's
Mm-hmm.
it's a whole new world out here, man. And I
It
don't.
is.
And the thing is, maybe for me, it's completely new, but it might have been here all this time. It's just people are getting a misconception from these coastal cities. And I think with comics too, we're getting misconceptions with the coastal cities because when we had remember when there was the convention that's not open to to the public, but the store owners convention, the LCS convention, and the LCS guys were like, "Look, you got you got us selling gay Iceman comics. No one's buying them. You're killing our shops." You remember that when that
Yep.
occurred? Yeah, deep inland things are different. They're not like these coastal cities where they're saying they have these coastal cities and they were saying that America is way more open-minded now about LGBTQIA. Then you read something else about deep inland, like actual America, not just these coastal rims. No,
Right.
people don't like they don't want to do anything to you because you're gay, but they got Christian values.
I
Even
mean,
those who are not Christian, they got Christian values. They ain't trying to hear that shit.
I
Like
mean, overall, it just goes right back to that same thought. Like, it's we're gonna say we can tolerate that, we can accept you for who you are, we
yeah,
can still say we like you. We're not gonna say we want to see it every
yeah,
single
you want
day
to
in
see
our
it?
lives.
Come on, man. Like that.
Everything
That's the
doesn't
crazy thing. That's why Chick-fil-A. Remember when
have
Chick-fil-A
to be
got
gay.
blasted for? Yeah, Chick-fil-A has to be gay. Remember when Chick-fil-A got blasted for being connected to some churches or something like that don't believe in homosexuality, and they thought that we're going to cancel Chick-fil-A and that they were going to take that store chain out of business. And the opposite happened. There'd never been more sales at Chick-fil-A. That happened around 2014, 2015, or something like that. That shit was funny, you know? Um Especially with Chick-fil-A has at least the stores that I went to, some of their chicken breast is kind of tastes funny, but the rest of it's good chicken. It's very good food. Anyhow, I'm about to shut this down. All right. So I'm glad you came through, Area Black, new panelist.
Yeah, of course
Thanks
it
for
is.
stopping by, bro.
No worries.
Yeah.
Of course, so.
Yeah.
I'll be back for more.
Yeah. We'll come back anytime. In fact, we try to stream daily. The only thing is I've been trying to get my act together in terms of my commission jobs, my drawings
Yeah.
and stuff like that, and I have a couple of projects. I should really actually buckle down and focus on one. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
so it's between Dice and FarQuest. So I don't know what I'll probably do Dice because it's Tank Ferret's back.
Yeah, man.
Tank.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. My internet dumped on me.
Yeah, we thought the LGBTQ community got you. You know, but
The
It
only
was
person who's
it was
coming
the
for me is
IA.
Whitey.
It was the IA. They got
the
us.
IA, the AIs.
Was it like the? It was the LGBT. It was the
Oh,
last.
the IA got him, not the
No, it
LGBTQ.
wasn't the
Yeah.
originals.
The IA, but yeah. So I probably, you know what, I should probably just focus on do Dice. It's a nice little story, and I can probably focus
Oh,
and draw it.
How many
Yeah,
shows is that? Like, damn, that's like $100 on the ground right there. I'm gonna
of
go with
shells.
the brass Sheesh.
Well, I mean, I think it's way more than 100, especially those mortar
No, with the
shells.
brass only, just the
Oh, the
bullets.
brass, yeah, that's a lot of money. But she's super
I
lucky.
still say the shoes are amazing.
Oh, you like the shoes?
I
Yeah,
like sneakers a lot. I like sneakers a lot.
yeah, I'm
Yeah, those
liking
are
that
really
stuff.
good.
Are those supposed to be drums? What is the thing? What are the things?
Are they supposed to be drunk? No, they're not drunk. They
I'm
uh,
not
they
saying
they
can't
miss.
really see it.
Whenever I get Bitcoin on here, Bitcoin does not mute his mic, so we get to hear everything that's going on. We get to hear all the food he's chewing on,
I love Bitcoin.
all the girls he's
Bitcoin.
Hey,
fucking.
hey, since all of y'all right here right now, I actually wanted to ask y'all all a question.
Yes, sir.
Just
Can we see the
going
video,
right
please?
Can we
going
see
right
the
back
what
to
now?
the beginning of
The
this
video of
video.
him. You have the picture up. Let's
No,
not.
no, no. Just Todd's about to ask a question. Yeah, Just Todd.
I was only gonna say, like, at the beginning of the video, you were talking about how cosplay and stuff. I
Right.
actually wanted to ask y'all, like, personally, what do y'all think about a white dude dressing up as Black Panther?
As
Mm.
long as he isn't wearing blackface, he can dress up as Black Panther.
Yeah,
Now, what do y'all think about a black dude dressing up as Captain America?
Yeah.
fantastic.
Well, I mean, they kind of already do it.
I love it.
You know, that's basically cosplay. That's
Technically,
basically cosplay. Cosplay with money.
no
That's
matter what,
cosplay with
though,
money.
it's just like
Eh,
it. I don't believe any normal person would just care if it's anybody in cosplay. It's just something to appreciate the character or show that you have.
Yes.
I think
Yeah.
the issue is when you start blackface has a history of it's a problem,
Yeah,
right?
but
Not just in America.
okay,
I don't think
I
you have
got
to do
something to
it.
say about that. But go ahead. I got
You
something
don't
to say
have.
about that.
I don't think it's necessary to replicate the character. Like I think that when there are things that are hurtful to other groups of people, you should respect it. Like you don't need to because they're not even gonna get the right. No, if they were gonna do the right tone and shade and all of that, and they really just airbrushed and looked like a perfect version of this guy right here, I would still say it's racist. But I'd be like, damn, good on you. That was creative. But it's not necessary. You can do the same character without the racism. Like we know what you're trying to do. You're Captain America. You don't have to like change your color.
All right, for me, if I mean we know blackface when we see it. That's part of the overreaction that I've been seeing online on Twitter. When anything where somebody changes their skin color and makes it darker, oh, you were in blackface. Bye bye career. Right? I think we know what blackface is when we see it. Okay, and I don't need to put that on here, to mess up the stream I got going already. But if some guy's white and gets the makeup, not the shoe polish and whatever the hell fucked upness. One sec. Whatever the hell fucked upness these people did to do blackface, but actual makeup, and like fake facial hair, right? Replicate Sam Falcon completely. Got his hair cut low. You know how sometimes when white boys cut their hair low and they comb it, it may look like the wave when black people got wave. Like
Hmm.
with the do rag. Yeah. So you do that. You glue on some good goatee, right? And you get proper makeup, and you come out as Falcon right here with the all the gear and shit. You know, I applaud you because I
That's
know the
just going
difference
the
between
extra
that.
mile.
But
That's just
also,
going the
you
extra
don't
mile.
Yeah,
have
because the thing is, hold on, because the thing is, we've seen blackface and what it looks like. We're not judging intent anymore. That's one of the things that's going on. We're seeing somebody make an honest effort at something, or even an honest mistake, if they've made a mistake, and we totally like, all right, their career's over. We're not doing the intention thing anymore. What was the
I don't know
intention?
if that's your place though.
We know what blackface is.
But is it
Like
really your
no.
place as like a person who's not African American? I think that's kind of like not your place to even say it because it blackface
Well,
wasn't a thing for your culture.
they had blackface
Yeah,
in
but
Haiti.
but it
It's just
wasn't
not
like
prevalent. It's not
that's
prevalent. It's
not
not
what
prevalent.
they're that's not
Well,
what
I
they're
mean,
replicating. So I don't know if that's really your place to say if you're the voice that
well,
can.
I'm not. Hey, well, I'm not speaking for African Americans. So I'm speaking for me. They, just tired asked me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not speaking for African Americans. I'm speaking for me, and not, not for nothing, but blackface is like legit blackface. They're making fun of me too. I have the same uniform as an African American. I'm walking around in the same uniform. You can't tell the difference between us until I
Pain.
start speaking French.
But you didn't have the
Until I,
same pain that like you didn't have the same history and the same pain, just like they don't have the same history and pain that you have. I don't know if
no,
that's
no,
what I'm saying.
I know,
And
I know.
to be
Hold,
fair
hold
to
on,
your
hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Wait. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. I'm just as offended by blackface as they are. And but the thing is, what I'm saying is, I know the difference between blackface. And again, I'm not speaking for them. I'm speaking for myself. I didn't say African Americans should not be offended. I'm saying for me, like I know the difference between blackface
I don't
and
think you
someone
can say
making it
you
look.
have the same
Hmm?
pain and the same as an African American because you didn't like there wasn't a
Yeah,
history
yes, yeah.
of
I said I don't
moving
feel the same
forward.
pain. I already told you that. I
Yeah.
don't feel the same pain or anything like that. So I can't speak for him, and I'm not speaking for him. I'm saying I know the difference between blackface. I mean, it's incontrovertible. I know the difference between blackface and someone making a genuine attempt to look like a superhero. That is not their race, right? That's what I'm saying.
I don't think you're
So
qualified to make that
I'm not qualified to apply logic.
no,
That's not a thing.
not to
That's not a
them,
thing.
like not to people who've actually been like disparaged by
Yeah,
it.
I wasn't talking
Well,
to them. I was
to be
replying to just
perfectly
tired.
honest, if we're gonna go there, I mean, I'm not gonna spend much time here, but it's just like to ever say that someone can't tell or someone can't like make that judgment call, but it's just if you're gonna ask me directly, I don't believe anybody should ever have that type of that feeling either. Yes, I am black. Yes, I am African American. Yes, I am also Jamaican. Yes, I am also Indian. Yes, I am also this, and this.
Yeah,
But it's just the
exactly.
same fact of the matter is I have more black people amongst my own like nationality and heritage, and yet I feel nothing towards the actual quote unquote offense that came before my ancestors because I didn't live in those ages. I didn't live those years in slavery, in discrimination, and segregation years. I didn't have that experience. I didn't have any of those experiences. So I can't ever say that I feel offended as much as I could ever have. I could ever imagine my mom or my grandparents ever saying that they're offended. I can't say that.
Yeah, everyone is different though. And I just try not to speak for other people, but I'm not saying that either one of you guys have done that. But I'm not going to take away from the people that would feel like that is I mean like right now there's a thing going on where black people feel like they're not represented on TikTok. To me, I don't care about TikTok, right? But it's a real thing where people are feeling disparaged, right? And I don't know. I don't want to put myself. I
I
want
mean, to
them
be
to speak
perfectly
for
honest,
themselves. If you don't feel offended, don't speak.
I don't think anyone should be represented on TikTok. I think TikTok should burn. That fucking
To be perfectly honest, yes.
Marxist fucking
Yeah.
software. Fuck them.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah,
a
but it's
Chinese
also a
spying
place for
device.
money,
In
money off
in
of
the same
it. Like people
context
are
of
making,
being represented. Go ahead.
No, that's it. People are becoming millionaires. So to just be like, oh, fuck TikTok, yeah, sure,
No,
but
no, no.
people are
I'm saying it should
becoming
burn.
like
No, no, no,
millionaires.
no. They can make that money. I have no problem with people making money. I'm saying that software was legit invented by China, and Lord knows what the fuck they're doing when you go on TikTok
I
and
mean,
what
so
they're doing
like
to your
a lot of
information.
And which is why we
I think
shouldn't
I don't go on
actually.
TikTok. I don't use it. But the point is, if there's money to be made, make money. Like
Not all
whoever,
money's good
white,
money.
black,
Not all
and
money's
other.
good
Like
money.
I mean,
Wait,
like if
whoa. Not all money's good
TikTok
money.
is different
I'm
from
not
being
gonna
on.
let TikTok.
TikTok's money is
TikTok is
blood
different
money.
from being on YouTube.
That's
Yes,
blood
I
Okay,
money.
so
believe so.
TikTok is different from YouTube.
I believe
Yeah.
so.
Oh, by far. Yeah, TikTok
Okay,
is
well
purely
then,
from the Chinese
no.
Communist Chinese Party. It's blood money. That's blood money.
Yeah,
There's blood on that money.
the Chinese made that shit up. They
What's the money on? Oh, you guys are ridiculous. So,
no.
I think I heard Greg there. Is Greg on?
No.
You want to argue with Greg some more?
No. No, I don't know, but I'm just saying because money is like making money. So you're arguing that black people that put their creative value on TikTok shouldn't be compensated
No, you're
because
no. That's
it's
a
blood
straight
money?
obfuscation. No. It's the platform, TikTok itself. Now we could do this on other platforms. There were other platforms that were getting monetized, but then TikTok came in, swooped in, and bought them up.
Yep.
It bought them up, and all of this stuff.
They do the same thing on all platforms.
because at first we had Vine, wasn't it? Vine that came
Yeah, it was
first, or
Vine.
something else?
Yep.
But that shut
Vine.
down, man.
It was Vine.
Yep,
It was Vine.
And they
You don't
and they
know what
took,
Vine is?
That just sounds like
wow.
this sounds like a straw. This literally happens on all platforms, but that's not to say that the white people are going to stop making their money because black people aren't getting theirs. What? The point is, black people are creating content and they're not being compensated for it. I don't get how you just disregard that with saying, "Oh, it's blood money."
I
Okay,
wouldn't
but
know
TikTok
someone
is
still
blood
does it.
money.
Why should black people
Not even sure.
No,
Not
the
even sure what
erasure
this
of the
conversation is
Uyghurs.
anymore.
The erasure of the Uyghurs, the hostile occupation of Tibet. They
Okay.
took over Hong Kong, man. Like, for real. Like, that is blood money. There is blood on that money. We don't go after blood diamonds because people die for that. We don't
So
take
then-
blood
so
money
then-
because
so then
people
can we
die
stop the
for
white
it.
people from getting it?
They
So can we
wouldn't
stop
why
the
would
white
it
people
even
from
want
getting
to
it?
still
They
get it,
go
though?
It doesn't stop anybody of any race, creed, or color from making money.
Yeah,
That
that's
doesn't
what-
get
I don't
rid
get
of
your
the
point.
bad guy in the
All
room. And dude, nature abhors a vacuum. Nature abhors a vacuum. So here's what happens. A new company comes in and they're monetizing. They're probably American or Korean or Taiwanese, which are democratic countries. And the same people who roar on TikTok are now over there. There's no stopgaps. There's no filter based upon the color of your skin. It's all based upon the merit of your content. And it's whatever kids want. Kids, they like the stupidest shit. I remember I was a kid once. I like stupid shit. But I'm just saying, it's not
That's
about.
not even the point. The point is.
No, that is
the point that I
absolutely
made
the
is,
point, madam.
is that you're gonna tell me my point.
Your point is
Tell me my
that
point.
my opposition of TikTok is somehow disenfranchising people of color or marginalized people and enfranchising
No,
the
I
white
never said
people.
that. No, that's not what I said. What
So
I said
what was
is,
it that you said?
I was saying that black people were boycotting the fact that their content was being used, and their content was being used, and they weren't given credit and being paid for it. so they boycotted and opted out of TikTok. And
Okay, so that's good.
That's good.
Everyone should
love
be
to hear
doing that.
I mean, anybody that actually is.
I applaud them.
Yeah, but I don't even know what he was talking about.
No. The what now?
I don't
Well?
get why he just got so upset. I was saying that
No, I
at the
just
same
I
time,
have a thing
they were
against
right.
communist China. I have a thing against communist China, not China, communist China, the communist party that's in charge.
Yep.
Their military is not nationalized. That belongs to a political. Can you imagine the Republicans having an army and everybody just being okay with that? Like, hell no. No, that's what's going on over there. It's like Taiwan is China. I'm gonna say it right now, and I know I can never set foot on mainland China. You know, Taiwan is what's left of China, and
Well, I mean-
we take communist money.
The people,
Well, they said Taiwan. They're holding on to their sovereignty. Shout out to them.
Oh, dude, they just
Honestly,
ramped
they
up
really
military
need to.
drills.
They ran what military drills did they run?
Taiwan's been
So
running
Chinese?
24. Yeah, Taiwan has been running military drills pretty heavily recently because China wants to invade, and
Yeah.
they're very open about it. They're not shy about it. It's not like all you have to do is go read the Chinese publications, which they publish in English, and they're like, "Yeah, we're going to invade Taiwan. We're going to invade Taiwan. Taiwan is China. We're going to invade Taiwan. You guys keep acknowledging Taiwan. We're going to invade it and prove to you that that's our country." And it's like, dude, Tibet's not even your country.
but at
You
the
know?
same time, we were talking about TikTok, and
Yeah,
so white people are still getting paid from TikTok.
Well, that's because
Right,
the
so
Chinese are
should we just
the
say-
Chinese Communist Party is racist. They're racist. The Chinese Communist Party, dude. Look
I mean,
at what
have
they
you,
did to
have you seen a
John
commercial
Boyega.
have you seen a commercial from the Communist Party? There was a commercial. It was selling some dishwasher liquid, and
laundry
the
detergent,
Chinese.
soap, no, like a laundry, like a washer and dryer. Is that what
Because
you're
they
talking
were
about?
actually trying to sell this product, and to sell the product in the commercial, a Chinese lady was about to kiss a black dude, but then she shoved him into the washing
And then she
machine, and he
put him in
came
the
out
washer,
as
and
a
then he came out
as a Chinese man.
Oh, dude,
That wasn't communist propaganda, though. That was just how Chinese people think.
Yeah, no, it's
No.
It's
That is not true. Granted, they don't like PC over there. However, they prefer Mac. No, but granted, they don't like PC over there. The only thing, and they call you Baizuo if you show up there. All aboard, if you showed up there, you'd be a Baizuo. But they are not. Yeah, they're not racist. They're just very factual. You're very dark. Oh, hey, did you paint that on? Like they'll ask you shit like that, and it's sort of like a
But I'm
childlike
pretty light,
fascination.
so they wouldn't say it because. But here's the thing: I'm not very dark. They wouldn't say it
Hold on.
because I'm very dark. They would say it because
You're darker than them. They would ask. You're darker than them.
No, but
They
like,
would ask
okay,
you if that's
look
butter
at my profile
pecan on your
picture.
skin. Okay,
Pretty
look.
Asian person.
Right.
Yeah.
They would say it because I look like a black person.
I believe that you will let someone finish a sentence tonight. If you showed up in front of one of these Chinese people, the skin color you are right now, you're darker than them. You're not the Chinese
The average
people.
one or all of them?
Typically Chinese people,
So the
they're
average
lighter.
person-
Their skin is lighter than white people's.
dude.
And I've
they
seen this
actually-
happen where they ask. I'm sorry, God.
Okay.
I was gonna say
average
that
one.
actually, as a fashion over there with the ladies, as it has been for like a few hundred years, they bleach their skin.
Yeah. Okay.
Right. They
Ma-
bleach
many
their
of
skin,
them
so
will
the
ask.
average Asian, the average Chinese. You let
They
me
ask
respond,
my-
won't you, tonight?
You've been talking. You understand that you talk more than everyone on here. No one's taking away your talking time. What I'm saying is they're Mexican friends with me, and we'd go in
You're
Chinatown, whatever. And the who now? I didn't hear what you said.
I was saying you addressed me. What I'm saying is the average Chinese person is brown. But they wouldn't
Oh,
say that it wouldn't be because of my skin
I
color.
have.
It
I
would be
haven't.
because of my
That
phenotype.
hasn't been. That hasn't been my experience. The average Chinese person, in my experience, has not been brown.
There's a difference between a
No.
Chinese person and a Filipino and
Yeah.
South Pacific Islands, and they're not the same
I
thing
understand that.
Yeah.
at
They're not
all.
brown. The typical Han Chinese person that I've met, they're lighter than white people, and they literally asked if the ones who've never seen a black person before. I don't know how, but they haven't, and they asked if this was paint on my skin. Right, and it's an innocent question, absent PC culture. Of course, if it was one of these HDWs, how dare you ask me that? But no, it was childlike fascination. They didn't ask if is that shit on your. No, no, they were like, is that paint? Yeah, they asked that. For Mexicans and brown skinned people, they were fascinated by that too. You know, so the what do you call it? The commercial that was not. Oh, Chinese people think like that. Racist. No, 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 no. That was communist Chinese propaganda. They need for the Chinese people to believe in some sort of exceptionalism. Is that what it's called? Exceptionalism. Like, look,
Superiority.
so yeah,
It
you
is
know.
superiority. There's a reason why
Hmm.
the Han Chinese, like, you're not allowed to speak, like, if you speak Cantonese or if you speak Mongolian, any of that, they're starting to force the children to not speak those languages. And if they do speak those languages, they get in trouble for it. They're forcing Mandarin Chinese, Han Chinese, they're forcing Han Chinese into Uyghurs' households, so that way there's somebody in every household who reports back to the CCP, the Chinese Communist Party, and at the same time, they want all the people in China to act more like the Han Chinese. But that's the Chinese Communist Party. That's not Chinese
Yeah, it's
people.
not Chinese people. No.
That's the communists. And getting to your TikTok thing, all right. So there's this thing called the National Security Law that the Chinese Communist Party put into place, which states that if you are a company in China, that you have to submit to the Chinese Communist Party anything and everything they ask of you. If they want documentation of any sort, you cannot say no. In the United States, Apple was allowed to say no to the federal government of the United States when the government said we want into this person's phone. The Apple was allowed to say no. In China, you're not allowed to say no. They will put you in jail for a long time. If you say
For
no, they
however
will
the
shut
fuck
down
they
your
want,
company.
for however long they want, not
Yeah,
even
for
a long
however
time.
yeah, for however long they want, and they won't even charge you with anything. There is no due process. There is none of that. And so TikTok, TikTok is run by a company. Its parent company is a company called ByteDance. ByteDance is a Chinese company. It it works out of mainland China. And when an American person wants information about somebody on TikTok or this or that, even though some quote unquote TikTok has its servers in the United States, you have to go call somebody in China and then they get you that information because they're still connected. So they give you the illusion that TikTok is an American company, but it still has ties to mainland China. And because it has ties to mainland China, it's like a pipeline running from America to China. And the Communist Party in China says to the pipe on their side, we want this person's information. And it has to be given to the Chinese Communist Party. So what Tank Ferret is saying is that he doesn't like TikTok because the Chinese Communist Party has control of it. Now,
Yep.
I'm not getting into anything else. I'm not getting into white, black, right, wrong. What he doesn't like about it is the Communist Party is killing people. It is arresting people for long periods of time. The Chinese Communist Party is incredibly racist. If you're black in China right now, if you know, if you're dark skinned, if you're not Han Chinese, I'm white, and if I go, I'm American, and if I go to China right now, they will arrest me and they will put me in a dark hole for a long, long time, and nobody will know where I am. You want to talk about racist? They are the most racist.
But I think that everyone agrees with that, and I don't think that was ever like a point of contention. I think everyone agrees with that, and that was my point: is that their platform is being used. It definitely benefits. So it benefits a certain group of people, and it disenfranchises another, and that's why they're like protesting it. I don't get why. I
Well,
completely agree with you on all those points.
I apologize. I apologize. I mistook your position on the matter, and yeah, because I feel that if we had something more like Vine, or like our own TikTok that was homebrewed here
That'd
in
be
the
fine.
States, then actually we would not be seeing this kind of BS. Because if you just run in like algorithm, like Instagram doesn't care. Instagram just cares how many people you're going to bring to their website. That's the only thing they care about.
Yep.
Facebook
Not
too.
necessarily. Not necessarily. No, that's not true. Because there actually have been studies done that show that they actually the
No, they
algorithm.
do. They care. No,
I mean,
no,
there is a significant amount of bias within their algorithms.
yeah, no,
Really?
you're all right. No, you're all right. But here's the thing: is this?
It would
It's
be
this.
better. You would be
No,
better
no.
off with an American company.
You're right.
Chinese
That's
company.
it. That's what I'm
I
saying.
agree with that. I don't know why
Yeah.
I just got like all this like anger and backlash when I'm literally just saying the same thing you guys are saying.
No, I apologize. I mistook your position on the matter.
And I was simply clarifying because I felt like I was listening for a while and I felt like there was a lot of disconnect. And I think you didn't understand what he was trying to say and he didn't understand what you were trying to say. But I didn't.
We figured it out, and
Yeah.
we're on the same page. Like,
yeah,
that
It's-
happens.
Yeah.
But yeah,
It's-
like it's
those
it's
Maoists
not.
suck.
I don't, and I definitely don't agree with what they did with Hong Kong. And there's so many things, and I know, and like the Uyghurs, I get it. Like they're fucked up.
Yeah, it's heartbreaking to see this stuff happening, and it's just I see I'm a student of history, and I see the correlations in recent history in the last century, where this kind of stuff happened, and all we did was kind of go naughty, naughty you.
Now I'd like to step
And-
back for a second, real quick. Now I know there's a lot going on racially here and there in the United States. Now I don't want to talk about any of that though, but I want to talk about perception. Now we're in this country fighting, right? We're fighting for racial equality. We're fighting for equal justice. We're fighting for all these different things, right? But we're fighting with each other. We're like a household where the mom and the dad are fighting and they're slapping each other and throwing things around the house. And we're dysfunctional as hell right now, right? Would we all agree with that?
Yeah.
Of course.
Now China, they want to be in charge of the world. You know that. Like, I mean, does anyone here disagree with that?
No.
Not a chance.
Now, if you're China, let's say you're China, right? And you want to be in charge of the world. And your biggest competitor is America over there, right? What is the best case for you? Would you agree with me that if you're China, the thing that you want most in the world is for your competitor to be dysfunctional as shit and not paying attention to what you're trying to do?
Yep.
Yup.
Same thing Russia was trying to do to us.
Same thing. right? So now look at this. Not looking at the race or anything, but looking at TikTok. If there's already some racial inequality in this country, and we have some issues, of course, but I'm China, and I want to push my competitor over the edge. So I got 100 million people that are using this TikTok app that I've created, that I'm in control of. And nobody in the country knows it really. Some people know it, but most people don't. They just like watching the dogs do their thing and the kids playing and all that stuff. So if I set my algorithm so that way it's going to start showing more racial inequality, right? And then people are going to see that and they're going to say, fuck that. That's fucked up. We can't be doing that. And then they see another video and they see another video and then they see another video and they start saying, man, this is everywhere. We got to stop this. We got to do something about all this racial inequality. Well, I'm not saying that there's no racial inequality in this country. I'm not going there, right? Like I said, I'm not going there. But however bad it is, I'm going to try. I am China. And however bad it is, I want it to be worse. I want everybody in that country over there that I'm trying to beat, I want them to all think that however bad racial inequality is, I want them to think that it's 10 times worse because I want them to start shooting each other. That's what I really want. I want them to start shooting each other because if they're shooting each other and they have to call the cops in, they have to call the National Guard in, they're going to start making all these laws. People are going to start fighting. It's going to get worse. And maybe if I do a good enough job, they'll start a civil war. And if they start a civil war, then they're going to just fall apart because they're going to destroy themselves. They're going to destroy their own house. And I'll never even have to drop one bomb.
Yes, sir.
Well, but then explain why they limit the black voices then. Because the thing is, the black people don't really get exposure.
Well, there
So
you
I
go.
think that kind of goes against what you're saying then, doesn't it?
No. That isn't though.
Exactly. That's exactly how it works.
He wants to make sure people only see one thing, people only hear one thing, people only think one thing.
But
So
they're not. But
disparage
they're
the
not
black
seeing
voice.
the black
Whoa.
voices.
They
I didn't
don't.
even get to finish.
China doesn't want them to see the black voice. They
So,
want the
okay,
black
so is
people
that
to
what
be
you're saying?
upset. They want them to be upset and they want them to get angry.
That there's
They
only
want
one
they
voice
want
being
they
heard.
want the reaction. They want the very reaction that you're discussing right now. Because if you're saying that they're limiting the black voice, well, doesn't matter if we limit the black voice or if we limit the white voice, because the other side is going to get angry. If we limit the black voice, the white people are going to get angry. The black people are going to get angry if we limit their voice. And if we limit the white voice, the white people are going to get angry. Either way, somebody gets angry.
If you go after one side or the other, you can actually take race all out of it. You can go after the Christians, you can go after the LGBTQ, you can go after this, that, or the other. It doesn't matter who, so long as somebody starts some noise.
And
You're right, because I got angry
they
because I
don't
just got to say 3 words, and you guys are gonna say that I get to talk more than anyone else, but normally it's because I'm the first one on. But yeah, I got angry just now because my voice just got limited. So I agree. Like now I'm angry at Spiteful.
I
Just
just let you
tired.
talk. I understand. I'm sorry,
No,
but
I'm teasing you. I'm teasing you. But no, I get
all
what you're
right.
saying. But I don't. I get where you're coming from. I don't know if that is necessarily like I don't know. I think that's kind of like putting black people in this box where you think that they're really gonna just become violent because they can't do a TikTok. No, I don't think that's
No,
true.
No, it actually goes with a lot of different other things. I mean, like, you ever noticed how within the last 6 to 5 years that it's always been something on the news about a black person getting shot or killed by police officers?
They were always getting shot or killed.
I'm just saying, like, you never see a news article, you never see a newscaster ever say anything about another white person, a Mexican person
That's
ever get
not true.
shot.
I've
It's
seen a
always
whole
a black
bunch
person.
No, that's not true. I've seen like so many. What do you mean? That's not true at all.
It's always been in that same context for a cop to ever shoot a black person. Anytime that ever has happened on the news, it's always been like reported for days on end, months on end sometimes. But whenever a white person gets shot, either it's ever reported one time and you never see it again, or it's just like
I'll tell
swept
you,
under the rug. It's
I
not
can
really talked
elaborate
about.
on that, and you can correct me if I'm wrong. But a lot of the times when white people get killed by police, it's because they literally deserve to get killed by police. When they're talking about black people getting killed by police, it's because the people are getting like there's like several witnesses saying the person had their hands up and they were getting killed unfairly. White people when they get killed, like there was a case where a white guy got killed where he was crawling towards the police officer following instructions. The cop shot him anyway, and it made national news and it was in the news for a while. But when the only times black people getting killed really makes national news is when they're shot in the back or they're like, you know, someone's on their neck for like several minutes, or they just come in their house and just shoot them for no reason, and it's their house. Like, I beg to differ with your opinion. It's because, so are you saying that they're not treating black people differently?
Now, I don't want to particularly get into any race thing, right? I'm not going to bring up race, but I am going to bring up an idea. Now, my mom and dad both worked for the news agency, news. My mother worked in the news for 35 years. My dad only like
Wait,
15
you didn't
years.
answer my question at all.
No,
Can you respond to that?
It's not.
Can you respond to that a little bit? Wait, give me 1 second. Can
So
you respond to
about comics.
All right, well,
wait, isn't that nerd
re-ask the
stuff?
question.
I'm sorry.
No, wait, real quick. Can I throw out this? It's this.
Sure.
What I was taught as a kid, because my parents, they both hated working for the news, but it's just too much money, is there's two things that they always said. Let's see, it's all about selling cornflakes, and if it bleeds, it leads. Now, what that means is it's all about getting that advertisement. The more viewers they get, the more advertisement they get.
Yeah.
Right? The other thing is when it bleeds, it's going to get all those viewers. Like when the shootouts, the riots in '96, tons of viewers, you know, when it's the what was it, the bank robbery here in North Hollywood, it was all, you know, all over. Everybody was watching that because it was a gun battle with AK-47s versus the cops in LA. That's getting all the viewers, right? So, and they want all the viewers because the more viewers they get, the more cornflakes they sell. So I'm not going to get into race, but I will say, when you talk about what the news covers, you have to think about the fact that only thing that they're going to cover are the things that are going to make viewership, because the more viewership they get, the more advertisement they're going to sell. So you have to think about that when you think about the mentality of what's being covered on the news.
Well, we can also think about the fact that as the majority, I'm not going to say race since you don't want to say race because it's, you know, uncomfortable. As a majority, you don't want to make your majority look like a problem, but the truth is that the majority of people who hurt police officers are the majority, and I'll just leave it at that. Like, guess we have to talk that way. Like the majority of people who hurt police officers are not the minority population. It's the majority. And that's not covered as much. And I don't think it's just because of what sells. Maybe it does sell in the sense that that's what the public wants to hear. But I definitely think there's a hint of racism in there. Like, you know, that's just what it is. Just Tired asked me to repeat my question, but if you know, if you could just replay it, go back to the YouTube and replay it, you can get my question. I don't think I'm saying anything controversial. It's just what
Now,
it is.
now I will say that you are right because actually, statistically, more white. All right, here's the thing: per capita, more black people die by getting killed by cops every year per capita. So the number of black people in this country, the percentage of black people that die in this country by getting killed by cops versus the number of black people in total is higher. But the number of white people who get killed by cops every year is higher than the straight number of black people that get killed by cops every year.
Are they
So
innocent though? Is it just a justifiable kill?
honestly, having known,
Is it like a
having been in the system, I mean, I'm going to tell you, when I was 19, I'm white. When I was 19, I got arrested for stabbing someone, right? And I remember when they came to get me, I knew I had done something wrong, and I was sitting on the grass. They came up. They could tell that I wasn't armed or anything. I had my hands, up. I was sitting on the ground, not a threat. Now 6 of them pull out tasers on me. Now it was tasers. I wasn't being threatening. So they pull out their tasers on me. But there's 6 of them all pointing tasers at me. And they say to me, if you try and get up under your own power, we're going to tase you. And they lifted me up. They grabbed me and they lifted me up. And they put my hands behind my back and they arrested me. And the whole time I'm sitting there thinking, if these guys freak the fuck out and one of them decides to tase me and they all decide to tase me, I'm going to have 6 tasers going off on me and that's going to probably fucking kill me. Because cops, they don't shoot people every day. I worked for the state of California. I worked on the freeways, cutting down trees and taking care of all that stuff. And I know that 90% of a cop's day is sitting in their car doing paperwork. So basically, they're a paper pusher. And then you tell a paper pusher one day that they're going to have to pull their gun and defend themselves. They're not prepared for that. So I'm going to say I haven't read every single instance of a white person getting shot or a black person getting shot. But I would say that undoubtedly not all of them deserved to be killed. In matter of fact, very recently there was a white man who went to go defend a police officer because somebody pulled a gun out on this police officer, shot the police officer, and the cops showed up and they shot the guy defending the police officer and they killed him.
He had a gun and that would be understandable. Now, since you told your story, I'll tell my story. I actually was in pajamas on the phone outside of my house, right? And it was 5 police officers, and they pulled up, and they didn't give me the luxury of their tasers. Right now, I had on pajamas, and I was outside. My hair was wet from just washing it, right? And they pulled guns on me, and they said, "Drop your weapon." And I said, it's a phone. And they could clearly see it was an iPhone, right? Drop your weapon. So you're so blessed that you only had to worry about the tasers because there were guns on me. And I said, why are your guns on me? Because when you pull a gun, that means that you have the intent to kill the person. Okay, and there were
Did you
5
see
men.
tasers on their hip? Just real quick, did you see tasers on them at all? Did you see them
Yes.
yellow tasers? Yeah,
No, they had tasers. Of course, they had tasers.
they did. Okay,
But they had their
I mean,
guns out at me.
okay.
5 of them. And my thing was, I focused on the black man because I said, "You're a black man. You're a black man." You know, and me, I'm a Dominican woman, small in stature, and they had their guns on me. And they were saying, "Get on the ground." They were all yelling orders, right? It was very confusing. My friend was on the phone and she was saying, "You're not complying." And it was very confusing. And I could have been killed. They didn't pull no tasers out. So if you can see the discrepancy in what you're saying, even
No,
though
I
they
can.
treat black women, they don't even give us the courtesy of a taser. So your 5 tasers, you would have survived
Well,
more than
I
those 5
had
guns.
I
Or your
had my
6
hands
guns.
up.
Yeah, and mine were
They
too.
had called me.
Mine
They
were
had
too.
called me ahead.
My phone was up at my ear, right? My other hand
Right.
was up, and they were doing this. So understand that there is a difference in the way that they approach you versus the way that they approach me versus the way they approach a black man. There just is, and there was a black man involved in it, and I think that's what distracted them.
Well,
I addressed the
it's
black
not
man.
quite the same situation. It's not
How
because
isn't it? I was doing nothing because you were the one that had a weapon, and you were the one
did
that had you assaulted someone. I didn't do any of that.
did they
I was just
know?
mistaken identity.
Had you talked right? So you were mistaken identity. See, they
You were a
knew.
criminal. I wasn't.
They knew.
You were a criminal.
Well,
they knew where I
here's
was.
the thing.
They knew.
Did you ever
criminal.
resolve who they actually confused you for?
You were a criminal with a weapon.
That's what I'm
Wait,
saying.
wait.
That's what
No,
I'm saying.
Hold on.
You want to know what
Did
they
they ever
confused me
absolve
for?
who they confused you for?
No, I'm gonna tell you what they said. That was their excuse, right? I was just outside on the phone and I was recording them at another house doing something else. They used that as an excuse to come and accost me. I was recording them. And they knew my phone was not a weapon. They knew it was a phone.
That changes the changes the
So-
story a bit. That does change the story because
a
I do
little bit
believe
of
that cops
context,
are
yes.
assholes. I do believe cops are assholes. But
But the thing is, you were a criminal and you were treated differently. So please stop it. You were at least given, like, they mistake tasers, they mistake Glock 19s for tasers with black people. You got
It's also
the
has to do
taser,
with
and
the
they
training.
all 5 of them, all 6 of them knew.
I don't
to
think there was any
taser.
training involved in that situation there.
Well,
you see, here's the
He was
thing.
I was in a very
you
public
always
location.
need to find out this little detail. A police officer that doesn't care if you're recording them is not
It
doing
doesn't
anything
matter if
wrong.
you're
You actually
alive.
find a police officer that is telling you to put your phone away when you have the legal right to record them. There is a definite problem with what they're doing.
Definitely. Now the thing is, for me, I was on the corner on this tiny like this tiny little smallest
You said you had a
smallest
knife.
park you've ever seen. Smallest park you've ever seen, right? In this smallest park you've ever seen is in between 2 main boulevards with cars. You
I
know,
feel like
it's
this
two
is
6-lane
extra-
roads, right? 3 lanes each direction, and very visible, very high traffic. And at the same time, they had called me previously saying that you have run from a scene. If you don't stay where you are, you're going to have added charges. Where are you? I told them where I was. I was already complying. I said I am sitting. They said you need to be sitting when you show up. They said you need to be sitting when you show up. Otherwise, you could be shot. So you need to have your hands up, and you need to, be sitting when you show up. When we show up, and so I was doing exactly what they said. They knew I was complying. I threw them my knife, closed, and they were very far away when I did it, right? And then all of them in a circle, came up on me, all with their tasers on me, and they said, "If you make any moves, we're going to tase you." So I was already
Literally have a
complying.
weapon.
Well, that's the thing, is that it's a different situation. Now, what it sounds like to me from your story is that it was some corrupt cops, but I was in a main boulevard with people all around, with cars all around, with a Costco literally in eyesight. You can't just pull your guns where I was. If you're gonna do that, you
They didn't
have
pull
to
their guns. They
shut
pulled
down all the
tasers.
block. No, but you can't just pull your guns where I was. Cops will not just
No.
pull their guns in a location like that.
Now
There's-
here
Right, so
in your
like,
feel like you-
subscribe. I gotta shut this down. It's gonna go on 3 hours and change. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell for notifications. If you're on any social media platform, go ahead and share a link to this video, share a link to this platform. Let's grow this channel. It's 100 and I don't know 70 subs. We need to get to 200, then get to 300. Can you help us do that? Come back with a friend or 2 or 10. We need more brains in the room, more feedback, more ideas, more interactions, more fun, more merriment. Brotep out.